And we were on page 250. This document, I call it a document even though it's the Bible. This thing is long. It's really, really, like, I might be a different person by the time this is over. Like, several months could have passed by the time I'm done reading this document. I could be a different person. Like, my life could be materially different at that point. Like, I'll be older. I'll be very tired, probably. Oh, I've never seen this before. That's interesting. I think I'm good. I'm streaming later today because I did, in fact, go to work. I know. I'm employed. A truly unacceptable thing. I'm not nearly as unemployed as I wish I was. I guess right now is not a time to want to be unemployed at all, actually. This is like a terrible time to be unemployed. Right? I don't know. Alright, let me check stream, make sure everything is coming in alright. Looks good, let's do it. We're playing Don't Starve, we're reading the Bible. Let's see if the game saved last time. Wow, okay, 10 things just like clicked on when I did that. Alright, alright. I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, yeah. I'm doing it, I'm doing it. Alright, let's see, hey, it'd be nice to hit maybe page 300 in this stream. That'd be nice. 50 more pages down.
The oracle of one who
and we're still playing Don't Starve.
God, who has knowledge from the Most High.
Continue.
Who sees a vision from the Almighty.
Lock in.
Who falls prostrate.
You can roast a carrot? No, you can't. Can you? I could have been doing that the whole time.
17-inch I
Whoa,
see
my food is here.
But not now. I behold him.
An eggplant.
Not near. A star will
onion?
come out of Jacob.
That's not how pomegranates work.
Will rise
Pumpkin,
out of
right?
Israel.
Uh-oh.
He will crush the foreheads
okay,
of
let me
Moab,
cook the
skulls of all the sons of Sheth.
Let me drop these cut reeds.
18 Edom will be conquered. Seir, his enemy, will be conquered, but Israel will grow strong. 19 A ruler will come out of Jacob.
That was a little bit of food. That was a lot of food. Okay, I'm holding on to the eggplant for now then.
20 Then Balaam saw Amalek and uttered his oracle. Amalek was first among the nations.
I should probably go get more seeds,
but he
right?
will come to ruin
as soon as I can.
21 Then he saw the Kenite
more seeds.
And
What am I hearing over here? I'm hearing some crazy
Your
noises.
dwelling place is secure. Your nest
this is the
set
angry.
in a rock. 22 Yet you Kenite will be destroyed when Ashur takes you captive. 23 Then he uttered
the trees
his
do be
oracle.
growing, really. Like, they be growing. I'm gonna chop
God
some more
does
trees.
this.
Just so I always have more wood on me.
24 ships will come from the shores of Kittim. They will subdue
Ashur and Eber.
But they too will come to ruin.
I guess I didn't open this stream by rehashing what it is I'm doing. I'm reading the entire Bible for the sake of media literacy. I am not a Christian. I'm doing this for the sheer sake of
Then the Lord said to Moses,
media literacy, honestly. Like,
while Israel was
no biblical illusion will ever slip past me ever again.
The men began
and also maybe I can be a bit more humble and understand an extraordinarily popular and common practice.
To their gods.
Seeds.
The people ate and bowed down before these gods.
Okay, I have enough to plant 3 seeds. I'm gonna do that ASAP.
3 So Israel joined in worshipping the Baal of Peor. And the Lord's anger burned.
My character is
against
hallucinating a lot recently.
For the Lord said to Moses,
Plant that.
Take all the leaders of
Plant
these
that.
people, kill them and expose them in
Plant
broad
that.
daylight before the Lord, so that the Lord's
Berries.
fierce anger may turn
Absolutely
away from
wonderful.
Israel.
I'm gonna pick this berry bush too.
5 So Moses said to Israel's judges,
What are the main
"Each of
things
you
I need?
must
I'm looking
put
for
to
gold
death
right now.
those of your men who have joined in worshipping the Baal of Peor."
Baal of Peor.
6 Then an Israelite man
Anyone who
brought
worships
to
not
his
God
family
dies
a
instantly.
Midianite woman right before the eyes of Moses and the whole assembly of Israel while they were weeping at the entrance to the tent of meeting. 7 When Phinehas son of Eleazar,
Where have I not been
the
before
son of
in the
Aaron,
map so far?
the priest, saw this, he left the
More
assembly,
to the right, more
took
towards
a
the left.
spear in his hand. ate and followed the Israelite into the tent. He drove
Money.
the spear through both of them, through the Israelite and into the woman's body.
Right, so I had this issue with
Then the plague against the Israelites was stopped.
the ocean or lake or whatever this is blocking me
Those who
off.
died in the plague numbered 24,000.
Oh, hey, let's use this shovel real quick. Why not? Hey, is that a gold nugget? Hey, I needed that. Huge.
Priest has turned my anger
dig.
away from the Israelites, for he was as zealous as I am for
I have made the ghost
so
angry.
that in my zeal I did not put
Okay.
an end to them.
Maybe I shouldn't do that then.
12 therefore tell
I feel like I
him
could have
am
predicted
making
that that
my
was going to
covenant
happen.
of
I can't
peace
hit the
with
ghost,
him.
I'm pretty sure.
13 He and his descendants will have a lasting priesthood.
Alright, well the gold nugget was pretty
because he
important. I
was
think I don't have
zealous
nearly
for the
enough
honor
stone
of his
to build what
God
I need
and
to
made
build, yo.
atonement for
A
the
science machine?
Israelites. 14 The name of the Israelite who was killed with the Midianite
Niter.
woman was Zimri,
Let me
son of
see.
Salu, the
Zimri,
leader
son
a
of Salu.
Simonite
Oh my gosh,
family.
I can make the science machine right here, right now.
15 And the
Huge?
name of the Midianite woman who was put to death was Cosbi, daughter of Zur, a tribal chief of a Midianite family.
Science
16
machine?
The Lord said to Moses,
Locked in right now?
17-inch treat
Yes,
the
let me
Midianites
recall
as
how
enemies
to-
and kill them.
How to make a
18
basket,
Because
or
they treated
a
you as
backpack.
enemies when they
Backpack.
deceived you in the
Backpack?
affair of Peor and their sister Cosbi,
Yes!
daughter of a Midianite
Yes, very
leader,
good.
the woman who was killed when the
Price
plague
getting a bit
came
low, I
as
guess
a
so.
result of Peor. 26 After the plague the Lord said to Moses and Eleazar son of Aaron, the priest,
Ooh, let's go chop another
take
big
a
tree.
census of the whole Israelite community by families, all those 20 years old or more who are able to serve in the army of Israel.
Uh-oh, I think my axe just broke, didn't it?
Of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho,
I do not have an additional
Moses
axe.
and Eleazar the priest spoke with them and said, For inch take a census of the men 20 years old or more, as
There we
the
go.
Lord commanded Moses.
I guess I'll plant some pine
These were
cones.
the Israelites who came out of Egypt. 5 The descendants of Reuben, the firstborn son of Israel, were, through Hannah,
Reuben, the firstborn son of
Hanakite
Israel.
clan, through Palu, the Paluite clan.
What are we talking about? What clan?
6 Through Hezron, the Hezronite clan, through Carmi, the Carmite clan. 7 These
I need to go
were the
chop more.
clans
Oh,
of Reuben.
right. I don't have
Those
a...
numbered were 43,700.
I don't have a tool on me.
8 The son of Palu
Wonderful.
was Eliab. 9 And the sons of Eliab were Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. The same Dathan and Abiram were the community officials who rebelled against Moses and Aaron.
My
and were
character's
among
like mental
Korah's
health is getting worse,
followers
and I'm
when
not
they
exactly
rebelled
sure how to
against
fix
the
it.
Lord. 10 The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them along with Korah.
Uh-oh, that
whose
tree just died.
followers died when the fire devoured the
That's a lot of pine
250
cones.
men. And they served as a warning sign. 11 The line of Korah, however, did not die out. 12 The descendants of Simeon by their clans were, through Nemuel, the Nemuelite clan, through Jamin, the Jaminite.
Whose clan just got devoured? The sons of Eliab were Nemuel. The earth, the same were community officials who rebelled against Moses and Aaron, and were among Korah's followers when they rebelled against the Lord. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them along with the Korah, whose followers died when the fire devoured the 250 men, and they served as a warning sign. I remember the Korah group. The descendants of Korah did not die out. Okay?
Jaminite clan.
Oops. Continue.
Jaminite clan, through Jachin, the Jachinite clan. 13 Through Zerah, the Zerahite clan, through Shaul, the Shaulite clan.
What in the world is happening out there
14
right now?
These were the clans of Simeon. There were 22,200 men.
I did hear that, in fact.
15 The descendants of Gad by their clans were, through Zephan,
You just gotta wonder what these
Zephonite
horrible
clan,
noises are.
through
Truly.
Haggi, the Haggite clan,
World 1? Day
through
5? What do you
Shuni,
mean World
the
1?
Shunite clan.
I am in
16
fact hearing
through
that.
Ozni, the Oznite clan, through Eri, the Arite clan. 17 through Arodi, the Aradite clan.
I'm gonna try to get more
through
stone.
Areli,
Oh yeah, speaking of
the
which, can
Arlite
I...
clan.
I can cook the carrots?
18 These were the clans of Gad. Those numbered were 40,500.
Hey, stop hitting me.
19
hitting me.
Er and Onan were sons of Judah, but
Ugh,
they died
stop.
in Canaan. 20 The descendants of Judah by their clans
Ow.
were, through Shelah, the Shelanite
How do I equip
clan,
the spear that I
through
had?
Perez, the Perizzite clan, through Zerah, the Zerahite clan. 21 The descendants of
Leave me alone.
Perez were, through Hezron,
What the heck, bro?
Hezronite clan, through Ham,
Where'd the spear that I had go?
Hamulite clan.
Where did that come from,
22
bro?
These were the clans of
Did I just
Judah.
drop my spear, by
Those
the way?
numbered were
While running around?
76,500.
Oh, I put it here. Ugh, I'm so dumb.
23 The descendants of Issachar by their
Alright,
clans were,
well, I know where I'm heading.
through Tola, the Tolate clan, through Pua, the Puit clan. 24 Through Jashub, the Jashubite clan, through Shimron, the Shimronite clan.
Like, is this section of the Bible literally just for the sole purpose
25
of, like,
These were the
documenting
clans
which
of
clans
Issachar.
exist?
Those numbered were
So that way, like,
64,300.
people at the time period, whenever the hell this was written, being circulated around and turning into a
26 The
form of
descendants
spirituality.
Zebulun by their clans were,
By the way, I need to pull up a
through
biblical
Seir,
timeline.
the
I've been meaning to do that for a while.
clan, through
Bible timeline. I know it's not going to be direct, but can I just get like a general idea of like when stuff was happening? All right, that looks a little complicated. Are we kidding me? What is this? So this is all after Genesis, and now we're in Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and then Exodus. So this is over 1,000 years before the birth of Jesus. So we're back then. We're at 1000 BC. 100. Oh, and this is a super zoomed in section of it. Okay. So we're 1,000 years before the birth of Christ right now. So the groups, but when was the Bible written? But that's not a useful thing because the Torah came first, didn't it? That's not useful, isn't it? I'm not going to read your stupid AI summary. It's a collection of writings. The earliest were from Biblica.com. I'm not sure this is a great source. Moses lived between 1500 and 1300 BC. The earliest ones were written down then. But like, when did most of it get written? The earliest writings began as symbols pressed on clay. Conclusion of the Bible were set down about 1400 years before the birth of Christ. And it was like slowly added to, kind of. So like there are people, I'm just going to say like 800 years before Jesus and between that and a few centuries past. That means the target audience for these books are people that were alive at that time. And some of these clan names must be real. And so the point of this is to write down the origin of those clan names so that way the people reading it in the area at the time can feel
clan,
sort of validated.
The Jolialite clan.
I don't think I can meaningfully attack a freaking...
clans of Zebulun. Those numbered were 60,000.
I don't think I can attack a ghost, my guy.
28 The descendants of Joseph by their clans through
What did that do for me?
Manasseh and Ephraim were.
Genuinely, what did that just achieve for me? Here.
29
This guy's great, right?
descendants of Manasseh through Machir,
Should I feel bad about
the
that, bro?
Machirite clan.
Oh, my health is
Machir
so
was the
low.
father of Gilead, through Gilead, the Gileadite clan.
Eggplant.
30
Oh, that
These
increased
were the
my health.
descendants of Gilead,
And
through
that did.
Ezer, the
Nope. Okay, that is no
Ezrahite
longer
clan,
increasing my health.
through Helek, the Helekite clan. 31 through Israel, the Israelite clan, through Shechem.
I don't
the
think that's how you
Shechemite
pronounce
clan.
Israelite.
32
Shechemite is a crazy
through
name, by the way.
Shemida,
That just
the
doesn't even sound
Shemidite
real.
clan,
It sounds made up.
through Hefer, the Heferite clan.
Ephorite is crazy.
33 Zelophehad son of Hefer had no sons, he had only daughters, whose names were Mala, Noah,
Women
Hogla,
mentioned in the Bible
Milcah,
by name?
and Tirzah. 34 These
Crazy.
were the clans of Manasseh, those numbered were 52,700.
I don't like that beefalo coming at me or whatever that is.
Ephraim by their clans, through Shuthalah, the Shuthalahite clan, through Becher, the Becherite clan.
Ooh, if I get some gold nuggets, that would be
through
useful.
Tahan, the Tahanite clan. 36 These were
One
the
nugget.
descendants
Good.
of Shuthalah, through Aaron.
So what's the max I can
Aaronite
get of like a
clan.
given item?
37 These
Oh, what
were
is
the
this? It's like a
clans of
peninsula.
Ephraim. Those numbered were 32,500.
What the hell is that, bro?
These
Yeah, I'm
were the
leaving.
descendants
I'm not
of
even-
Joseph by
You gotta
their
be joking.
clans.
I'm not going anywhere near that.
38 The descendants of Benjamin by their clans were, through Bela, the Belate clan, through Ashbel, the Ashbelite clan, through Ahiram, the Ahiramite clan.
I don't have the
39
health to
through
fight another
Shufam,
ghost,
the
so
Shuffamite
I think I'm just
clan,
gonna not fight
through
a ghost.
Hupham, the Huphamite clan.
I think that's my plan.
40 The descendants of Bela through Ard and Naaman were, through Ard, the Ardite clan, through Naaman, the Naamite clan.
Okay, I've officially kind of mastered the
41
not
These
starving
were the
portion of this
clans
game.
Benjamin.
What do I do
Those
now?
numbered were
Do I get to leave?
45,600.
Is there like a point at which I won?
42 These were the descendants of Dan by their clans, through Shuham, the
I don't think I'm jumping in there, by the way.
Shulamite clan. These were the clans
What, and
of
then risk
Dan.
losing my entire world and all the progress I've made? Wouldn't that suck?
43 All of them were Shulamite clans.
Okay, it would be nice to
and
make
those
a
numbered were
alchemy machine as soon as I can, but I need
64,400.
cut stone, which I can make from normal stones.
44 The descendants of Asher
And then boards
by
I can
their
make from wood.
clans were, through Imnah, the Imnite clan, through Ishvi, the Ishvite clan.
So I can like
through
get those
Beriah,
materials
the
together now,
Beriite
essentially.
clan. 45 And through the descendants of Beriah, through Heber, the Heberite clan, through Malchiel, the Malchielite clan.
Sarah.
46 Asher had a daughter named Sarah. 47 These were the clans of Asher. Those numbered were 53,400. 48 The descendants of Naphtali by their clans were, through Jaziel, the Jazielite clan, through Guni, the Gunite clan. 49 Through Jezer, the Jezerite clan, through Shillem, the Shillemite clan. 50 These were the clans of Naphtali. Those numbered were 45,400. 51 The total number of the men of Israel was 601,730. 52 The Lord said to Moses, 53 The land is to be allotted to them as an inheritance based on the number of names. 54 To a larger group give a larger inheritance, and to a smaller group a
Cool.
smaller one.
Seeds.
Each is to receive its inheritance according to the number of those listed.
Can I cook the
55
seeds? Could I
Ensure
probably
that
should
the
have been cooking the
land
seeds
is
this whole time.
distributed by lot. What each group inherits will be according to the names for its ancestral tribe. 56 Each inheritance is to be distributed by lot among the larger and smaller groups. 57 These were the Levites who were counted by
Okay, how
their
many do I need for an
clans,
alchemy machine?
through Gershon, the Gershonite clan, through Kohath, the Kohathite clan, through Merari, the Merarite clan.
Gears.
58 these also were Levite
Thermal
clans.
measure. Measure
The
ambient air
Libnite
temperature.
clan,
What are we talking
The
about?
Hebronite
Rainometer.
clan, the Malite clan, the Mushite
Uh-oh.
clan,
There's some angry stuff
the
out there, huh?
Korahite clan. Kohath was the forefather of Amram. 59 The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, a descendant of Levi, who was born to the Levites in Egypt. To Amram she bore Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam. 60 Aaron was the father of Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. 61 But Nadab and Abihu died when they made an offering before the Lord with unauthorized fire. 62 All the male Levites
A chest
a
would be
month
nice.
old or more numbered 23,000. They were not counted along with the other Israelites because they received no inheritance among them. 6 And the
One more
Lord
thing
said
aboards.
to him, 63 These are the ones counted by Moses
Structures.
and Eleazar
Chest.
the priest when
A
they
chest!
counted the Israelites on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho.
Can I put stuff in here? How much stuff?
64
Ugh, not a lot.
One of them was among those
Alright, I'm gonna put
counted
random
by
items I
Moses
simply do
and
not need in
Aaron the
here.
priest when they counted the Israelites in the desert
I guess I'm gonna
of
put really
Sinai.
valuable items. Beef lobe is probably useful.
65 For the Lord
need to carry
had
all this
told
flint.
those Israelites they would surely die in the desert. And not one of
I
them
guess I
was
can keep the
left
carrot on me,
except
and
Caleb, son
everything
of
else is actually
Jephunneh,
pretty
and
useful.
Joshua,
Sure, I'll just put
son of
twigs here, I
Nun.
guess.
27 The daughters of Zelophehad,
All the rocks I've gotten.
son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of
Grass,
Machir,
I guess.
the son of Manasseh, belonged
did I
to
just
the
do?
clans of Manasseh son of Joseph. The names
Seeds.
of the daughters were Mala, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They approached to the entrance to the tent of
Well, that doesn't
meeting
seem
and
good.
stood before Moses,
That's a shame my
Eleazar the
whole
priest,
forest that I built is gone.
leaders, and the
Oh, I
whole
died instantly.
assembly,
Oh,
and said,
okay, sure thing, game.
3 Our father died in the desert.
Wow, okay. Huh, I
He
guess
was
I can
not
restart.
among Korah's followers,
So fire is
who
really
banded
bad.
together against the Lord, but he died for his own sin and left no sons. For why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he had no son? Give us property among our father's relatives. 5 So Moses brought their case before the Lord. 7 What Zelophehad's daughters are saying is right. You must certainly give them property as an inheritance among their father's relatives
Yeah, I
and
died.
turn their father's inheritance
It's a
over
different
to
world
them.
every time, right? World 1. What do you mean by world 1?
8 Say to the Israelites, if a man dies and leaves no son, turn his inheritance over
To his daughter.
daughter.
Whoa, interesting.
9 If he has no daughter, give his inheritance
To his brothers.
brothers.
Interesting.
10 If he has no brothers, give his inheritance to his father's brothers.
To his uncles.
11 If his
To the
father
nearest relative in
had
his
no
clan,
brothers,
that he may possess
give
it.
his inheritance to the nearest relative in his clan, that he may possess it.
Legal requirement, huh?
This is to be a legal requirement for the Israelites,
I can now make what I need to.
as the Lord commanded Moses.
I can make an axe.
12 Then the Lord said to Moses, Go up this mountain in the Abiram range and see the land I have given the Israelites.
Okay, interesting. The Bible sets out how inheritance should work.
13 After you have seen it, you too
In a very
will be
patriarchal
gathered
way,
to your
but
people, as your brother Aaron
interesting that they
was.
even made room for women, honestly. They could have been worse knowing them.
14 For when the community rebelled at the waters in the desert of Zin, both of you disobeyed my command to honor me as holy before their eyes. These were the waters
Okay,
of
I need
Meribah
stone.
Kadesh,
Hard.
in the desert
Like
of
bad.
Zin.
I could get more flint and
15
start mining
Moses
pretty
said to
soon.
the Lord,
Pickaxe, huge.
16 May the
Productive.
Lord,
Very
the
productive.
God of the spirits of all mankind, appoint a man over this community. 17 To go out and come in before them, one who will lead them out and bring them in. so the Lord's people will not be like sheep without a shepherd.
Okay, so if I grow
18,
too many
the
trees
Lord
near
said
to each other, they
Moses,
catch on fire,
"Take
apparently.
Joshua son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him." 19 Have him stand before Eleazar
Okay,
the
cool.
priest and the entire assembly, and
Yeah, I'm definitely getting
commission him in
faster
their
at things as I
presence.
play.
20 Give him some of your authority so the whole Israelite community will obey him. 21
They're making up a
He is
new guy to
stand
fill in for
before
Moses?
Eleazar the priest, who will obtain decisions for him by inquiring of the Urim before the Lord. At his command he and the entire community of the Israelites will go out, and at his command they will come in. 22 Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and had him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole assembly.
Okay, am I on like the edge of the map right now or what?
23 Then he laid his hands on him and commissioned him, as the Lord instructed through Moses. 28 The Lord said to Moses, 2 Give this command to the Israelites and
See, you
say
present
to
to me at
them,
the appointed time the
see that you
food.
present to me
I
at
need
the
more grass, I
appointed
think.
time the food for
More than I think.
my offerings made by fire, as an aroma pleasing to me. 3 Say to them, this is the offering made by fire that you are to present
Make
to
a
the
bad
Lord.
campfire? I
2
cannot make a
lambs
good one
year
yet.
old without defect, as a regular burnt offering each day. For prepare 1 lamb in the morning and the other at twilight. 5 Together with a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with 1/4 of a hin of oil from pressed olives. 6 This is the regular burnt offering instituted at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, an offering made to the Lord by fire. 7 The accompanying drink offering is to be 1/4 of a hin of fermented drink with each lamb.
Dang it,
Pour
I need
out
way
the
more
drink
stone than I've
offering
gotten
to
so
the
far.
Lord at the sanctuary.
Those are bees.
8 Prepare
That's
the
something I want to
second
piss
lamb
off.
at twilight, along with the same kind of grain offering and drink offering that you prepare in the morning. This
I've
is
gotten
an
a bunch of
offering
food, like
made by
immensely more than
fire,
usual,
an aroma pleasing to the Lord.
but I do not have enough stone to build a fire pit.
9 On the Sabbath day, make an offering of 2 lambs a year old without defect, together with its drink offering and a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. 10 This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath, in addition to the regular
Okie
burnt
dokie.
offering and its drink offering. 11 On the first of every month, present to the Lord a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram and 7 male lambs a year old, all without defect.
Dang it, I really am not going to get stone
12
in
With
time.
each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. With the ram, a grain offering of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. 13 And with each lamb, a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. This is for a burnt offering, a pleasing aroma, an offering made to the Lord by fire. 14 With each bull there is to be a drink offering of 1/2 a hin of wine, with the ram, 1/3 of a hin.
Oh my god, I can't
and
get any
with each
stones.
lamb, 1/4 of
It's
a
about to
hin.
be scary dark.
This is the monthly burnt offering to be made at each new moon during the year.
Crap.
15
Crap, crap,
Besides the
crap, crap,
regular
crap,
burnt offering
crap.
with its drink
Crap.
offering, 1 male goat
Okay, we're
is to be
good.
presented to
We're
the
locked
Lord
in.
as a sin offering.
Wonderful. I guess I can cook
16
stuff now.
On the 14th day of the first month the Lord's Passover is to be held. 17 On the 15th day of this month there is to be a festival. For 7 days eat bread made without yeast.
Again, what does bread without yeast mean?
18 On the first day hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work.
Sourdough?
19 present to the Lord.
I can cook
an
the
offering
berries.
made by fire, a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram and 7 male lambs a year old, all without defect.
I can cook seeds, can't
20
I?
with
I
each
can.
bowl
I don't know why I
prepare
can
a
do
grain
that.
offering of 3/10
Toasted
of an
seeds,
ephah of fine
roasted
flour
berries,
mixed
roasted
with
carrots.
oil, with the ram, 2/10. 21 and with each of the
Cool.
7 lambs,
I am well fed.
1/10. 22 include 1 male goat as a sin offering to make atonement for you. 23 prepare these in addition to the regular morning burnt offering. 24 inches this way prepare the food for the offering made by fire every day
good stay
for
time.
7 days as an
That was easy.
aroma pleasing to the Lord. It is to be prepared in addition to the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. 25
Stop being
on the
angry, bees.
7th day hold a sacred
Eyebone.
assembly
What does that mean?
and do no regular work.
What?
26 inch
Open Chester.
on the day of
Open
first
Chester.
fruits, when you present
It's like
to
a
the Lord
portable
an offering of
friend,
new
right?
grain during the Feast of Weeks, hold a sacred assembly.
I've seen
and
this
do
in
no
other
regular
games.
Work. 27 present a burnt
He's gonna follow me around
offering
now.
of 2 young bulls, 1 ram and 7 male lambs a year old as an aroma pleasing to the Lord.
I guess Jester can have it.
28
Cool.
with each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed
I guess I really don't know what to
with
do with that, do
oil,
I?
with the ram, 2/10.
Where can I get stone?
29
Why is there no
with
stone?
Each of the 7 lambs, 1/10. 30 include 1 male goat to make atonement for you. 31 prepare these together with their drink offerings, in addition to the regular burnt offering and its grain offering. Be sure the animals are without defect. 29 inch on the first day of the 7th.
I don't like when the
Month
trees
hold
move.
a sacred
It scares me.
assembly and do no regular
lot.
work. It is a day for you to sound the trumpets. 2 as an aroma pleasing to the Lord, prepare a burnt offering of 1 young bull, 1 ram and 7 male lambs a year old, all without defect. 3 with the bull prepare a grain offering of 3/10 of an
singular
ephah of
rock.
fine flour mixed with oil, with the ram, 2/10.
Another rock.
4 and with each of the 7 lambs, 1/10.
Mine.
5 include 1 male goat
Mine.
as a sin offering to
Mine.
make atonement for you. 6 these are in addition to the monthly and daily burnt offerings with
Hey, why
their
not? Who
grain
cares?
offerings and drink offerings as specified.
Carving
They
out
are
cave.
offerings
What?
made to the Lord by fire, a pleasing aroma.
Wilson's beard, the
7 inch on the 10th day of this 7th month hold
Who
a
is this?
sacred assembly.
Oh,
You
I'm not
must
sure if this is
deny
a good idea.
yourselves and do no work.
Like, what
8
is this?
present as an
What do I do with
aroma
it?
pleasing to the Lord,
Oh,
a burnt
scary.
offering of 1 young bull, 1 ram and 7 male lambs a year old, all
Weird.
without defect.
What am I doing?
9 with the bull prepare a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil. With the
Something's
ram,
happening over there.
2/10.
Something scary. Oh, what? What do you
10
even
and
do with
with
this?
each
Why
of
is there
the
a crab
7
rock
lambs,
person?
1/10.
Why is the cave so large?
11 include 1 male goat as a sin offering, in addition to the sin offering for atonement and the
What is
regular
this?
burnt offering with
Fern.
its grain offering
Okay, sure.
and their drink offerings.
Did the game always have caves in it?
12 inch on the 15th day of the 7th month, hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. Celebrate a festival.
Realistically,
to the
I don't think I'm
Lord
staying
for
in here because
7
I'm just gonna get
days.
lost. How are there trees in this cave?
13 present an
What type of tree is
offering
this
made
anyway?
by fire as an aroma pleasing to the Lord, a burnt offering
Boulder.
of 13
Pickaxe.
young bulls, 2 rams and
Mine the
14
boulder.
male lambs a year old, all without defect. 14 with each of the 13
So I can
bulls
avoid
prepare a grain offering
I can avoid
3/10
nighttime like
of
this,
an
right?
ephah
In a way.
of fine flour mixed with oil,
Rope.
with each of the 2 rams, 2/10.
Who is this
15
guy?
and with each of the 14
Why is he like this?
1/10.
I guess I'll take the suit.
16
It's
include
useful.
1 male goat as a sin offering,
Oh.
in addition to the regular
I-
burnt
I-
offering
take the
with
sticks.
its grain offering and drink offering.
Put it in that dude.
17-inch on the second day
Put it in that
prepare
dude.
12 young bulls,
Wonderful.
2 rams and 14 male
Correct, it is all
lambs a year
piney.
old, all without defect.
What the heck?
18
That thing is
with the
attacking my
bulls,
guy.
Rams and lambs. Prepare their
You trying to
grain
die, bro? Like, what is your
offerings
issue?
and drink. Offerings according to the number specified.
You a jerk?
19 include 1 male goat as a sin offering, in addition to the regular.
Yeah, I know you
burnt
can't carry any
offering
more
with its
stuff.
grain
Oh my god, leave me
offering
alone,
and their
bat.
drink offerings. 20
Leave me
inch
alone.
on the third
Bro.
day prepare 11 bulls.
I'm just trying to
2
pick up rocks,
rams
for
and
real.
14 male lambs a year old, all without defect. 21 with the bulls,
Another angry
rams
thingy.
and lambs.
Leave
Prepare
me
their
alone.
Grain offerings and drink offerings according to the number specified.
You
22
jerk? What is all
include
this? This
1
looks
male
sketchy
goat
and
as a
scary.
sin offering, in
Evil
addition to
flower.
the
Box
regular
thing.
burnt offering with its grain
Yeah, I just
offering
noticed I
and
can't really
drink
carry anything
offering.
else. This seems like an okay place to set up
23
shop.
inch
I like
on
it.
the 4th day prepare 10 bulls, 2
Hey,
rams and
light a
14
good fire.
male
I
lambs
still
a
don't have
year
enough stone.
old,
That's kind of
all
insane,
without
actually.
defect. 24 with the bulls, rams and lambs.
This seems like a nice
Prepare
little
their
place to
grain
set up shop,
offerings and
probably.
Drink offerings according to the number specified.
How about I set up like just a little bit away from it?
25 include 1 male goat
Fire
as a
pit.
sin offering.
Alright, we're
in
rolling.
addition to the
That's pine
regular
cones?
burnt offering with its grain offering.
So I
and
planted
drink
too many pine
offering.
cones last time, and that killed me somehow.
26 inch on
Do I
the
have a
5th
gold nugget
day
somewhere?
prepare 9 bulls, 2 rams and 14
I think I
male
do.
lambs a year old, all without defect.
Light bulb. Oh, light bulb as in
27
light bulb.
with the bulls, rams
I
and
can
lambs.
eat that?
Prepare their grain offerings and drink
That didn't do anything
offerings
for me.
according to the number specified.
That didn't do anything.
28 include 1 male goat as a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and drink
Oh,
offering.
I'm looking at 2 stones that have gold in them right now.
29 inch on the 6th day prepare 8 bulls, 2 rams and 14 male lambs a year
Okay,
old,
I guess I'm going over
all
here.
without defect. 30 with the bulls, rams and lambs. Prepare their grain offerings and drink offerings according to the number specified. 31 include 1 male goat as a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and drink offering. 32 inch on the 7th day prepare 7 bulls, 2 rams and
How do I do
14
with
male lambs a
the
year old,
bat
all
wing?
without defect. 33 with the bulls, rams and lambs. Prepare their grain offerings and drink offerings according to the number specified.
I feel like the eye bone is what makes the thing follow me.
34 includes
So,
1 male goat as a
I'm
sin
gonna hold on to it
offering,
just in case.
in addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain offering and drink offering.
Well, that doesn't look very good.
35 inch on the 8th
The hell do I
day
do with a
hold an
gnome?
assembly and do no regular work. 36 present an offering made by fire as an aroma pleasing to the Lord, a burnt offering of 1 bull, 1 ram, and
Again,
7
what is up with all
male
this
lambs
offering
a
stuff?
year
You're
old,
asking this like
all without defect.
dying, hungry people to constantly sacrifice their food to you?
37 with the bull, the ram, and the lambs. Prepare their grain offerings and drink offerings according to the number specified.
It's like what if the payment for being an adherent isn't
38
high,
include 1 male goat as a sin offering,
it won't make people
in
fall to
addition
the sunk cost
regular
fallacy as
burnt
easily?
offering with its grain offering and drink offering. 39 inch, in addition to what you vow and your freewill offerings. Prepare these for the Lord at your appointed feasts, your burnt offerings, grain offerings, drink offerings, and fellowship offerings. 40 Moses told the Israelites all that the Lord commanded him. 30 Moses said to the heads of the tribes of Israel, "This is what the Lord commands."
Okay.
2.
Oh dear.
When a man makes a vow to the Lord or takes an
Pine
oath
cone.
to obligate
Plant.
himself by a pledge, he must not break his word but must do everything he said. 3. When a young woman still living in her father's house makes a vow to the Lord or obligates herself by a pledge.
Okay.
4. And her father hears about
One
her
thing I mean,
vow
these dark
or
petals, they
pledge,
seem
but
scary.
says nothing to her, then all her vows and
Okay.
every pledge by which she obligated herself will
Right.
stand.
I start mining ASAP.
5.
Get
But
gold.
if her father forbids her when he hears about it, none of her vows or the pledges by which she obligated herself will stand. The Lord will release her because her father has forbidden her. 6. If she marries after she makes a vow or after her lips utter a rash promise by which she obligates herself. 7. And her husband hears about it but says nothing to her,
I have no
then her
sticks.
vows or the pledges by which she obligated herself will stand. 8. But if her husband forbids her when he hears about it, he nullifies the vow that obligates her or the rash promise by which she obligates herself, and the Lord will release her.
I'm so confused. So this is if a woman wants to, when a man takes a vow to the Lord and takes an oath to obligate himself by a pledge. When a young woman still living in her father's house makes a vow to the Lord or obligates herself by a pledge, and her father hears about her vow or pledge, but says nothing to her, then all her vows and every pledge by which she obligates herself will stand, if he doesn't care, okay? But if her father forbids her when he hears about it, none of her vows or pledges by which she obligates herself will stand. The Lord will release her because her father has forbidden her. If she marries after she makes a vow, or after her lips utter a rash promise by which she obligates herself, and her husband hears about it and says nothing to her, then her vow stands. So essentially, women, again, don't have rights. Cool. Got it, Bible. Love that.
9. Any vow or obligation taken by a widow or divorced woman will
Widow.
be binding on her. 10. If a woman living with her husband makes a vow or obligates herself by a pledge under oath. 11. And her husband hears about it but says nothing to her and does not forbid her, then all her vows or the pledges by which she obligated herself will stand. 12. But if her husband nullifies them when he hears about them, then none of the vows or pledges that came from her lips will stand. Her husband has nullified them, and the Lord will release her. 13. Her husband may confirm or nullify any vow she makes or any sworn pledge to deny herself. 14. But if her husband says nothing to her about it from day to day,
But I did not finish it
then
technically.
he confirms all her vows or the pledges binding on her. He confirms them by saying nothing to her when he hears about them. 15. If, however, he nullifies them some time after he hears about them, then he is responsible for her guilt. 16. These are the regulations the Lord gave Moses concerning relationships between a man and his wife, and between a father and his young daughter still living in his house.
Okay.
31. The Lord said to Moses, 2. Take vengeance on the Midianites for the Israelites. After that,
I
you
really
will be
need to make
gathered to your people.
a bag again.
3. So Moses said to the
Same
people,
issue as before.
arm some of your men to go to war against the Midianites and to carry out the Lord's vengeance on them.
Roast the seeds.
For send into battle 1,000 men from each of the tribes of Israel.
Okay, I don't have enough grass,
So
I'm pretty sure,
12,000
to
men
make
armed for battle,
what I need.
1,000 from each tribe, were supplied from the clans of Israel. 6 Moses sent them into battle, 1,000 from each tribe, along with Phinehas son of Eleazar, the priest, who took with him articles from the sanctuary and the trumpets for signaling.
Oh,
7
backpack,
They fought
huge.
against
Are they
Midian,
productive?
as the Lord commanded Moses, and killed every man. 8 among their victims were Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also killed Balaam son of Beer with the sword. 9 The Israelites captured the Midianite women and children and took all the Midianite herds,
As slaves?
flocks, and goods as plunder. 10 They burned all the towns where the Midianites had settled, as well as all their camps. 11 They took all the plunder and spoils, including the people and animals. 12
As
And brought
slaves.
the captives, spoils, and plunder to Moses and Eleazar the priest and the Israelite assembly at their camp on the plains of Moab, by the Jordan across from Jericho. 13 Moses, Eleazar the priest and all the leaders of the community went to meet them outside the camp. 14 Moses was angry with the officers
I don't have
of
enough
the
sticks.
army, the
Not good.
commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds who returned from the battle.
Sticks?
15
Good.
Have you allowed all the women to live? He asked them. 16 They were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and were the means of turning the Israelites away from the Lord in what happened at Peor, so that a plague
Oh,
struck
wow,
the
that's
Lord's
not good.
best people.
I don't think I can fight that many of these guys and
Kill all
live.
the boys, and kill every woman who has slept with a man.
Oh.
18 But
They
save
like
for
fire very
yourselves
much.
every girl who has never slept with a man.
Ow.
19 All of you who have killed anyone or touched anyone who was killed must stay outside the camp 7 days. On the 3rd and 7th days you must purify yourselves and your captives. 20
Yeah,
Purify
I guess
every
I saw that. I
garment
should have
as
seen that
well
coming.
as everything made of leather, goat hair, or wood. 21 Then Eleazar the priest said to the soldiers who had gone into battle, "This is the requirement."
See for yourselves every girl who has never slept with a man. Wow, what the fuck? They were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and were the means of... Tape, I don't look so good. Sure. It was the women who corrupted them. Now kill all the boys and kill everyone that slept with a man, but save for yourselves every girl who's never slept with a man. Okay, this is...
Requirement of the law that the
God is
Lord gave
like just
Moses.
kind of a piece of shit.
22 Gold, silver, bronze, iron, tin, lead. 23 And anything else that can withstand fire must be put through the fire, and then it will be clean. But it must also be purified with the water of cleansing. And whatever cannot withstand fire must be put through that water. 24 On the 7th
Do
day
not piss off
wash
the
your
bees.
clothes and you will be clean. Then you may come into the camp. 25 The Lord said to Moses. 26 You and Eleazar the priest and the family heads of the community are to count all the people and animals that were captured. 27 Divide the spoils between the soldiers who took part in the battle and the rest of the community. 28
Why is this like
From
a
the
young
soldiers
forest? It's
who
all very
fought in the
tiny trees.
battle, set apart as tribute for the Lord 1 out of every 500, whether persons, cattle, donkeys, sheep or goats. 29 Take this tribute from their half share and give it to Eleazar the priest as the Lord's part. 30 From the Israelites half, select one out of every 50, whether persons, cattle, donkeys, sheep, goats or other animals. Give them to the Levites, who are responsible for the care of the Lord's tabernacle. 31 So Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord
Well, that doesn't seem very
commanded
good.
Moses. 32 The plunder remaining from the spoils that the soldiers took was 675,000.
Why would you try to attack me? I'm chill, bro. Don't do that.
72
That's an angry tree, huh?
000 cattle. 34 61 000 donkeys. 35 and 32,000 women who had never slept with a man.
Totally normal tree. Living log. Okay, sure.
36 The half share of those who fought in the battle was 337,500 sheep. 37 Of which the tribute for the Lord was 675. 38 36 000 cattle, of which the tribute for the Lord was 72.
How much cattle do these guys have at the time? It's crazy.
39 30 500 donkeys, of which the tribute for
Leave me
the
alone.
Lord was 61.
Leave me alone. It's a weird tree.
40 16 000 people, of which the tribute for the Lord was 32.
Nest. Oh, Talbert is the thing with the eyes, right? It's gonna hurt me, right? Okay, definitely hurts me.
As the Lord's part, as the Lord commanded
Okay,
Moses.
I'm okay with dying just because I've been dying a lot recently anyway.
42
So I just need to
the half
experiment.
belonging to the Israelites, which Moses set apart from that of the fighting men. 43 The community's half was.
What page are we on anyway? Oh my god, only 263.
Which Moses set apart from that of the fighting men. 43 The community's half was 337,500 sheep. 44
Oh, I do the time wrong every time.
Cattle. 45 30 500 donkeys.
Oh, I did it again.
46 and
Stop.
16,000 people.
I'm bad at this.
47 From the Israelites half, Moses selected one out of every 50 persons and animals, as the Lord commanded him, and gave them to the Levites, who were responsible for the care of the Lord's tabernacle. 48 Then the officers who were over the units of the army, the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds, went to Moses. 49 And said to him, Your servants have counted the soldiers under our command, and not one is missing. 50 So we have brought as an offering to the Lord the gold articles each of us acquired, armlets, bracelets, signet rings, earrings and necklaces, to make atonement for ourselves before the Lord. 51 Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted from them the gold, all the crafted articles. 52 All the gold from the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds that Moses and Eleazar presented as a gift to the Lord weighed 16,750 shekels. 53 Each soldier had taken plunder for himself. 54 Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted the gold from the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds and brought it into the tent of meeting as a memorial for the Israelites before the Lord. 32 The Reubenites and Gadites, who had very large herds and flocks, saw that the lands of Jazer and Gilead were suitable for livestock.
Gilead.
2 So they came to Moses and Eleazar the priest and to the leaders of the community, and said,
What is the line? There's a something in Gilead? There's a flood in Gilead?
Nimrah, Heshbon, Elili, Sebum, Nebo, and
There's a
Belah.
war in Gilead.
For the land the Lord subdued before the people of Israel are suitable for livestock, and your servants have livestock.
Servants.
Find
So
if
it's
we
like
have
God
found
is like,
favor in your eyes.
here's
They said,
here's who's
"Let
gonna
this
get to
land
be your
given to your
slaves.
servants as our possession. Do not make us cross the Jordan." 6 Moses said to the Gadites and Reubenites, "Shall your countrymen go to war while you sit here?" 7. Why do you discourage the Israelites from going over into the land the Lord has given them? 8. This is what your fathers did when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to look over the land. 9. After they went up to the valley of Eshcol and viewed the land, they discouraged the Israelites from entering the land the Lord had given them. 10. The Lord's anger was aroused that day and he swore this oath. 11.
Not one of the men 20 years or older came out of
wholeheartedly.
Egypt will see
Not
the
one
land
of
I
the men
promised.
20 years old or more who came up out of Egypt will see the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and
Whoa,
Jacob.
God's pissed. That's like
12.
a central
Not
plot
one
point
except
he's
Caleb,
redacting.
son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, and Joshua son of Nun, for they
They
followed
followed.
the Lord.
Because Joshua was the new guy that kind of was taking over from Moses.
13. The Lord's anger burned against Israel and he made them wander in the desert 40 years, until the whole generation of those who had done evil in his sight was gone.
We're jumping massive periods of time. Why?
14. And here you are, a brood of sinners, standing in the place of your fathers and making the Lord even more angry with Israel.
For 40 years? They really pissed him off.
15. If you turn away from following him, he will again leave all this people in the desert.
Can I just... What did the people do that pissed God off so much? Not go to war, I think? Let this land be given to your servants as our possession. Do not make us cross the Jordan. The Reubenites and Gadites, who had very large herds and flocks, saw that the land of Jazer and Gilead were suitable. So they came to Moses and Eleazar, the priest, and to the other leaders of the community and said, Ataroth, Dibon, Jazer, Nimrah, Heshbon, Elielech, Sebam, Nebo, and Beon, the land of the Lord subdued before the people of Israel, are suitable for livestock, and your servants have livestock. We have found favor in your eyes, they said, let this land be given to your servants as our possession. Do not make us cross the Jordan. Moses said to the Gadites and Reubenites, shall your countrymen go to war while you sit here? Why do you discourage the Israelites from going over into the land the Lord has given them? Oh, so they said, we're just going to take this land, not the promised land. They said they're going to dip out partway through the journey. That's what your fathers did when I sent them to look over the land. They discouraged the Israelites from entering the land the Lord had given them. The Lord's anger was aroused, and he swore. The Israelites were told to give up on the land, and when they gave up, they got in trouble.
Of their destruction. 6.
Wow, interesting. It's getting late, it'll be dark soon. 40 years in the desert. 40 years. The heck? Like, what a casual thing to mention. Agony for tens of thousands of people for 40 years because they slightly didn't do what you were going to tell them to?
In the desert 40 years, until the whole generation of those who had done evil in his sight was gone. 14. And here you are, a brood of sinners, standing in the place of your fathers and making the Lord even more angry with Israel. 15. If you turn away from following him, he will again leave all this people in the desert, and you will be the cause of their destruction. 16. Then they came up to him and said, we would like to build pens here for our livestock and cities for our women and children. 17. But we are ready to arm ourselves and go ahead of the Israelites until we have brought them to their place. Meanwhile our women and children will live in fortified cities.
There's a spider over there, a hissing spider.
18.
Which I do not know if I'm ready to fight right now.
Until every Israelite has received his inheritance. 19. We will not receive any inheritance with them on the other side of the Jordan,
spiders.
because our inheritance has come to us on the east side of the Jordan. 20. Then Moses
Well, I've got
said
lots
to
of carrots,
them,
I guess.
If you will do this, if you will arm
I just really
yourselves
like to
before
already
the
have my
Lord for
fire
battle.
set up. I never can get my fire set up fast enough.
21. And if all of you will go armed over the Jordan before the Lord until he has driven his enemies out before him. 22. Then when the land is subdued before the Lord, you may return and be free from your obligation to the Lord and to Israel. And
Have I
this
maxed
land
out my
will be your
flint yet, or
possession
no?
before the Lord. 23. But if you fail to do this, you will be sinning against the Lord.
Dang it.
And you may be sure that your sin will find you out. 24. Build cities for your women and children, and pens for your flocks, but do what you have promised. 25. The Gadites and
Oh my God, where do I
Reubenites
find
said to
stone? What the heck?
Moses, we your servants will do as our Lord commands. 26. Our children and wives, our flocks and herds will remain here in the cities of Gilead. 27. But your servants, every man armed for battle,
Rocks.
will cross over to fight before the Lord, just as our Lord says.
That. We're about to hit
Moses
dark
gave
though.
orders about them
Dang
to
it!
Eleazar the priest and Joshua son of Nun and to the family heads
prefer
of the
to not.
Israelite tribes.
What, did I miss out on?
29 He said to them, if the Gadites and Reubenites,
Oh,
every
stop
man
this.
armed for battle, cross over the Jordan with you before the Lord,
Oh,
then
I
when the
didn't
land
set
is
it fast
subdued
enough, I
before you,
suppose.
give them the land of Gilead as their possession.
Yeah, dang. The heck?
30 But if they do not cross
Okay.
over with you armed, they must accept their possession with you in Canaan. 31 The Gadites and Reubenites answered, your servants will do what the Lord has said. 32 We will cross over before the Lord into Canaan armed, but the property we inherit will be on this side of the Jordan. 33 Then Moses gave to the Gadites, the Reubenites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh son of Joseph the kingdom of Sihon king of the Amorites and the kingdom of Og king of Bashan the whole land with its cities and the territory around them. 34 The Gadites built up Dibon, Ataroth, Aroer. 35 Atroth Shaphan, Jazer, Jogbehah. 36 Beth Nimrah and Beth Haran as fortified cities, and built pens for their flocks. 37 And the Reubenites rebuilt Heshbon, Elealeh and Kiriathaim. 38 As well as Nebo and Balmeon, these names were changed, and Sibmah. They gave names to the cities they rebuilt. 39 The descendants of Machir son of Manasseh went to Gilead, captured it and drove out the Amorites who were there. 40 So Moses gave Gilead to the Machirites, the descendants of Manasseh, and they settled there. 41 Jair, a descendant of Manasseh, captured their settlements and called them Havoth Jair. 42 And Noba captured Kenath and its surrounding
Dense
settlements
forest.
and called it Noba after himself. 33 Here are the stages in the journey of the Israelites when they came out of Egypt by divisions under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. 2 At the Lord's command Moses recorded the
Mandrake.
stages
Oh, isn't
in
it going
their
to
journey.
scream if I pick it?
This is their journey by stages. 3 The Israelites set out from Ramesses on the 15th day of
Well,
the first
okay,
month,
that was
the day
interesting.
after the Passover. They marched out boldly in full view of all the Egyptians, for who were burying all their firstborn, whom the Lord had struck down among them, for the Lord had brought judgment on their gods.
So it's interesting,
5
the Lord is like
Israelites left
recognizing
Ramesses
the
and
existence
camped
of
at
other
Sukkot.
gods, though. Like, that is very much happening.
6 They left Sukkot and camped at Etham, on the edge of the desert. 7 They left Etham,
What the
turned
hell
back
even
to
is that?
Pi
That's a
Hahiroth,
flower?
to the
That's
east
terrifying.
of Baal-Zephon, and camped near
I'm in a
Migdol.
swamp.
8 They left Pi Hahiroth and passed through the sea into the desert, and when they had traveled for 3 days in the desert of Etham, they camped at Marah. 9 They left Marah and went to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. 10 They left Elim and camped by the Red Sea. 11 They left the Red Sea and camped in the desert of Sin. 12 They left the desert of Sin and camped at Dophkah.
Angry pig?
13 They left Dophkah and camped at Elush.
Chill pig or angry
14
pig?
They left
He looks
Elush
chill.
and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the
Bro
people
looks chill.
to drink.
I
15
know,
They
I'm
left
touching your
Rephidim and
stuff.
camped in the desert of Sinai.
Calm down, pig.
16 They left the desert of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. 17 They left Kibroth Hattaavah and camped at Hazeroth.
Okay, so I
18
think the
They
Bible
left
kind of got
Hazeroth
sick
and
of
camped
telling
at
metaphors, and it's like, oh, we're just going to move through this.
19 They left Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Perez.
Wow, I can't find a single piece of flint to make
20 They
an
left
axe.
Rimmon
This is
Perez and camped at
deeply
Libnah.
inconvenient. This world kind
21
of sucks.
They left Libnah and camped at Rissa. 22 They left Rissa and camped at Kehelatha.
Yeah, whatever, sure, why not? Let's see what
23
happens.
They left Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shepherd.
Not sure why I did that.
24 They left Mount Shepherd and camped at Harada.
Oh, it just teleports you to a random
25
location?
They left Harada and camped at
Sure,
Makaloth.
I'm not sure what that did for me, but whatever.
26 They left Makaloth and camped at Tahath. 27 They left Tahath and camped at Turah. 28 They left Turah and camped at Mithka. 29 They left Mithka and
This
camped
area
at
stinks.
Hashmanah. 30 They left Hashmanah and camped
This
at
stinks.
Mosroth. 31 They left Mosroth and camped at Bene Jaakan.
The heck is this?
32
Walk to
They
Walrus
left Bene
King.
Jaakan and camped at Hor Haggidgad.
Walrus camp. What does that mean?
33 they left Hor-Haggidgad and camped at Jotbatha. 34 they left Jotbatha and camped at Abrona.
All right, I really feel like I'm reading the Iliad again.
They left Abrona and camped at Ezion-Geber.
Sure, just keep saying the same 4 things, that's fine.
36 they left Ezion-Geber and camped at Kadesh, in the desert of Zin. 37 they left Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the border of Edom. 38 at the Lord's command Aaron the priest went up Mount Hor, where he died on the first day of the 5th month of the 40th year after the
That's an
Israelites
angry spider,
came out
bro.
of Egypt.
What you so angry about?
39 Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor.
Aaron?
40 the Canaanite king of Arad.
Whoa, but Aaron...
Of Canaan,
Aaron already died once. Why did we mention that like it was nothing? And the priest went up to the mountain where he died on the first day of the 5th month of the 40th year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. I thought we already mentioned that Aaron died once. So, okay. What is the Bible doing right now? I don't get it.
Israelites were coming. 41 they left Mount Hor and camped at Zalmona.
Pig.
42 they left Zalmona and camped at Punon.
Seems like a lot of free stuff to me.
43 they left Punon and camped at Oboth. 44 they left Oboth and camped at Iabrim, on the border of Moab. 45 they left Ian and camped at Dibon-Gad. 46 they left Dibon-Gad and camped at Almon-Diblathaim. 47 they left Almon-Diblathaim.
I must admit I am kind of
in the mountains of Abram,
a little under lorified by playing this game because there's not much lore going on. I kind of wish there was.
Of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho.
But I guess the lore I'm focusing on right now is the Bible, so
49 they're on the plains of Moab.
I guess this beats reading the Bible with nothing else.
To Abel Shittim.
It's a fun game.
50
I'm just always looking to play more. What is this horrible noise I'm hearing?
The Lord said to Moses,
oh, that seems not good.
51 speak to the
I think I'm just gonna die. I don't like this world. I haven't found a single piece of flint, and it's kind of bothering me. I can't make basic items.
All the inhabitants of the land before you.
Like, what did I just miss it or something?
All
like,
their carved images and
I'm in some random area.
And demolish all their high places. 53 take possession of the land.
And say to them, when you cross the Jordan into Canaan, drive out all the inhabitants, genocide them. Okay, I get it. Yeah, is this war or is this genocide that God is asking the people to do? No, destroy their carved images and cast idols, demolish their high place. This is called genocide. Yeah, this is called genocide typically. Drive out the inhabitants. Yeah, maybe it's more imperialism than genocide, but the Bible is really pro-genocide apparently. So
land and settle in it.
Maybe that's why you can't really depend on Christians to be anti-genocide.
54 distribute the land by lot, according to your clans.
No, it'd be nice to test at least.
Group, give a
I should test.
And to a
I don't even have enough grass, so
one.
Whatever.
Whatever falls to
yep,
them
it's already maximum darkness, so.
Distribute it according to your ancestral tribes.
It's so dark, indeed. Walk to fireflies.
If you do not drive out the inhabitants
like
of the
I can barely see
land,
myself. Oh, it is very dark indeed.
Barbs in your eyes and thorns in your sides.
Attack!
They will give you trouble
Attack!
In the land where you will live.
Attack!
56 And then I will do to you what I plan to do to them. 34 The Lord said to Moses, 2-inch
well, that just sounded like a...
And say to them, when you enter Canaan, the land that will be allotted to you as an inheritance will have these...
Oh, I didn't even want to be reborn right now.
3-inch Your southern side will include some of the desert of Zin along the border of Edom. On the east, your southern boundary will start from the end of the Salt Sea.
I just make a new world. I've decided I don't like this one.
South of Scorpion Pass, continue on to Zin and go south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it will go to Hazar Adar and over to Asman. 5 Where it will turn, join the Wadi of Egypt and end at the sea. 6-inch Your western boundary will be the coast of the Great Sea.
Is this the origin of Israel and Gaza?
Boundary on the west. 7-inch For your northern boundary, run a line from the Great Sea to Mount Hor.
When you do this, so commit a genocide, or colonial displacement, whatever you want to call it. On the east, your southern boundary will be the end of the Salt Sea. Hazar Hadar and over to Asman. Join the Wadi of Egypt at the end of the sea. Your western boundary will be the coast of the Great Sea. This will be your boundary on the west. Northern boundary, Great Sea to the mount. Mount Hor to Lebo Hamath. Eastern boundary Hazaron on to Shepham. Then the boundary will go down to Jordan and end at the Salt Sea. This will be your land with its boundaries on every side. Moses commanded the Israelites, assign this land not as an inheritance. The Lord has ordered that it be given to the 9.5 tribes. Wait. So the 13 tribes or 12 tribes of Israel are now gonzo because some of them got pissy in the desert. Oh, no. So assign this land by lot as an inheritance, given to 9.5 because some of them have already gotten theirs. Jordan of Jericho toward the sun. The Lord said to Moses, these are the names of the men who are to assign the land for you as an inheritance. Eleazar, the priest of Joshua, son of Nun. And appoint one leader from each tribe to help assign the land. So Joshua's kind of taken over from Moses a little bit, but he is still alive. Caleb, Shemelamid. More names. Command the Israelites to give the Levite towns to live in the inheritance. Right, back to reading.
2-inch command the Israelites to give the Levites towns to live in from the inheritance the Israelites will possess. And give them pasture lands around the towns. 3 Then they will have towns to live in and pasture lands for their cattle, flocks and all their other livestock. 4-inch the pasture lands around the towns that you give the Levites will extend out 1,500 feet from the town wall. 5 Outside the town, measure 3,000 feet on the east side, 3,000 on the south side, 3,000 on the west and 3,000 on the north, with the town in the center. They will have this area as pasture land for the towns.
A funny top hat. I love that.
6-inch 6 of the towns you give the Levites will be cities of refuge.
Heck yeah, I love this top hat.
To which a person who has killed someone may flee. In addition, give them 42 other towns.
42?
7 inches all you must give the Levites 48 towns, together with their pasture lands.
Wait, so you can like kick them out?
8 The towns you give the Levites.
Oh, these are the Levites, sorry.
The Israelites possess are to be given in proportion to the inheritance of each tribe. Take many towns from a tribe that has many, but few from one that has few. 9 Then the Lord said to Moses, 10-inch speak
when
to
you cross the Jordan into
Canaan.
Canaan.
When you cross the Jordan
so
into
the Bible has always been about conquest. It's always been about taking from others.
To be your cities of refuge, to which a person who has killed someone.
The Bible is a tool for imperialism.
12 They will be places
and
of
conquest
refuge from the avenger, so that a person accused of murder may
I'm
not
so
die before
lonely.
he stands trial before the assembly.
Everyone is afraid of me.
13
I don't even get a real
you give
name.
Will be your cities of
Conquest.
refuge. 14 Give
I go
3
from
on this
planet to
side of
planet
the
committing
Jordan and 3
atrocities in their
Canaan
name.
as cities of refuge. 15 These 6 towns will be a place of refuge for Israelites, aliens, and any other people living among them, so that anyone who has killed another.
Yeah, so the Bible's just a
accidentally
tool for like conquest and domination.
16
That's kind of fucked
if
up.
a man strikes someone with an iron object so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall be put to death.
Iron object. Did y'all even have good iron at this time period?
17 Or if anyone has a stone.
Stone,
in his hand
yeah,
that could
stones
kill,
is the classic.
And he strikes someone so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall be put to death. 18 Or if anyone has
I
a
need
wooden
more stone.
object in his hand that could kill, and he hits someone so that he dies, he is a murderer. The murderer shall be put to death. 19 The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to
not
death.
good.
When he meets him, he shall put him to death. 20 If anyone with malice aforethought shoves another or throws something at him intentionally so that he dies. 21 Or if in hostility he hits him with his fist so that he dies, that person shall be put to death. He is a murderer. The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death when he meets him. 22 But if without hostility someone suddenly shoves another or throws something at him unintentionally. 23 Or, without seeing him, drops a stone on him that could kill him, and he dies, then since he was not his enemy and he did not intend to harm him. 24 The assembly must judge between him and the avenger of blood according to these regulations. 25 The assembly must protect the one accused of murder from the avenger of blood and send him back to the city of refuge to which he fled. He must stay there until the death of the high priest, who was anointed with the holy oil. 26". But if the accused ever goes outside the limits of the city of refuge,
Did I not make a
fled,
pickaxe yet?
27. And the Avenger of Blood finds him outside the city. The Avenger of Blood may kill the accused without being guilty of murder.
So if you kill someone, just move to the next town, and it's chill.
In the city of refuge until the death of the high priest. Only after the death of the high priest may he return to his own property. 29". These are to be legal requirements for you throughout the generations to come, wherever you live. 30". Anyone who kills a person is to be put to death as a murderer only on the testimony of witnesses. But no one is to be put to death on the testimony of only one witness.
You need more than one witness.
31". Do not accept a ransom for the life of a murderer, who deserves to die. He must surely be put to death. 32". Do not accept a ransom for anyone who has fled to a city of refuge and so allow him to go back and live on his own land before the death of the high priest. 33". Do not pollute the land where you are. Bloodshed pollutes the land, and atonement.
No way, I have enough to make a big one finally. That was quick.
Shed, except by the blood of the one who shed it.
Oh, and I found a good location to put together gear.
Where you live and
huge.
Where I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the Israelites.
Let's get it. Nice.
36. The family heads of the clan of Gilead, son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, who were from the clans of the descendants of Joseph, came and spoke before Moses and the leaders, the heads of the Israelite families. 2. They said, when the Lord commanded my Lord to give the land as an inheritance to the Israelites by lot, he ordered you to give the inheritance of our brother Zelophehad to his daughters. 3. Now suppose they marry men from other Israelite tribes, then their inheritance will be taken from our ancestral inheritance and added to that of the tribe they marry into. And so part of the inheritance allotted to us will be taken away. For when the year of Jubilee for the Israelites comes, their inheritance will be added to that of the tribe into which they marry, and their property will be taken from the tribal inheritance of our forefathers. 5. Then at the Lord's command Moses gave this order to the Israelites: what the tribe of the descendants of Joseph is saying is right. 6. This is what the Lord commands for Zelophehad's daughters: they may marry anyone they please as long as they marry within the tribal clan of their father.
Okay, I need to run down now. Very quickly.
7. No inheritance in Israel is to pass from tribe to tribe, for every Israelite shall keep the tribal land inherited from his forefathers. 8. Every daughter who inherits land in any Israelite tribe must marry someone in her father's tribal clan, so that every Israelite will possess the inheritance of his fathers. 9. No inheritance may pass from tribe to tribe, for each Israelite tribe is to keep the land it inherits.
Oh.
10. So Zelophehad's daughters did as the Lord commanded.
That's a nice one. I think I can fix this. Yeah. So I can start working on walls at some point.
Daughters Mala, Tirzah, Hogla,
Milcah, nugget. It's
and
huge.
Noah
Cool.
married their cousins on their father's side. 12. They married within the clans of the descendants of Manasseh.
So I'm confused. Wasn't there a big section on not... So you're not supposed to marry moms or fathers or daughters, but cousins are fine? Like, what's up with that? Clans of the descendants of Messiah, son of Joseph. These are the commands and regulations. Okay. I don't quite get it, but alright.
Of Joseph, and their inheritance remained in their father's
I'll just
clan
believe you.
tribe.
Science machine.
13. These are the commands and regulations
Now,
the Lord
can
gave
I make
through
a
Moses to the Israelites on the
backpack
plains
already?
of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. Deuteronomy.
Crap.
1. These
I'm
are
in
the words
Deuteronomy
Moses
now.
Spoke to.
Whoa. I'm in Deuteronomy. I'm done with freaking numbers. Nice. That sucked. So, yeah. I did not enjoy numbers, honestly. Now they're are they in the Holy Land? Or are they just close to it? I think they're pretty much there. Grass. Cool. Lots of grass, huh? Seeds. I guess I haven't been eating much or saving up much food, so that's probably going to come back on me sometime soon. If I keep screwing around too much. Let's cook all these berries. No. Okay. What is this? Dark petals. Eat. Are they gonna hurt me? Yeah, I don't think that was good for me. I'll eat these though. Look at that. Plenty of food for now. What should I like focus on in the game now?
2.
Building an alchemy machine still?
All Israel in the desert east of the Jordan, that is, in the Araba opposite Suf, between Paran and Taphel.
Like if I wanted to build a stone wall, what would I have to do?
2. It takes 11 days to go from Horeb to Kadesh Barnea by the Mount Seir road.
Stone wall.
3 inches the 40th year, on the first day
Use
of
an
the 11th
alchemy
month,
engine
Moses
to build a
proclaimed to the
prototype.
Israelites all that the Lord had commanded him concerning them.
I need an alchemy engine first.
For this was after he had defeated Sihon king of the Amorites,
Which
who
is
reigned in
6
Heshbon,
pieces of
and
gold
Edrei had defeated
and all that
Og
other
king of
crap.
Bashan,
Holy
who
cow.
reigned in Ashtaroth.
I think I should probably focus on
5
building
east of the Jordan in the territory of Moab, Moses began
boards
to expound
first.
this law, saying, 6 The Lord our God said to us at Horeb, you have stayed long enough at this mountain. 7 Break camp and advance into the hill country,
What country?
of
The Amorites.
Go to all the neighboring peoples in the Araba, in the mountains, in the western foothills, in the Negev and along the coast, to the land of the Canaanites and to Lebanon, as far as the great river, the Euphrates. 8 See, I have given you this land. Go in and
Lebanon?
take possession of the land that the Lord swore he would give to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them. 9 At that time I said to you, you are too heavy a burden for me to carry alone. 10 The Lord your God has increased your numbers so that today you are as many as the stars in the sky. May 11th The Lord, the God of your fathers, increase you 1,000 times and bless you as he has promised. 12 But how can I bear your problems and your burdens and your disputes all by myself? 13 Choose some wise, understanding and respected men from each of your tribes, and I will set them over you. 14 You answered me, what you propose to do is good. 15 So I took the leading men of your tribes, wise and respected men, and appointed them to have authority over you as commanders of thousands, of hundreds, of 50s, and of 10s, and as tribal officials. 16 And I charged your judges at that time, hear the disputes between your brothers and judge fairly, whether the case is between brother Israelites or between one of them and an alien.
Y'all are the
17
aliens.
Do not show
Or
partiality
literally.
in judging, hear both small and great alike. Do not be afraid of any man, for judgment belongs to God. Bring me any case too hard for you, and I will hear it. 18 And at that
I
time
feel like reading the
told you
Bible is
everything
just
you
going to
were do.
encourage most people to be less Christian, actually.
19 Then,
Maybe
as
the
Lord
Bible
our
would
God
encourage people to be
commanded
less
us, we
nationalist,
set
but
out
the
from
issue is
Horeb
like the
and went
Bible
toward the hill country of
is
the Amorites through all
telling
that
a history
vast
of
and
all this
dreadful
nationalism.
desert that you have seen, and so we reached Kadesh Barnea. 20 Then I said to you, you have reached the hill country of the Amorites, which the Lord our God is giving us.
Okay, 20 of these is pretty
21
good.
See, the Lord your God has given you the land.
Oh
Go
no,
up
don't
and
drop
take
it.
possession
Pick
of
them
it
up.
as the Lord, the God of your
Plank on time.
fathers,
One
told
there.
you.
One
Do
there.
not be afraid, do not
Yeah,
be
one there.
discouraged.
One there.
22 Then all
One
of
there.
you came to me and said, let us
One there.
send men ahead to spy out the land for us and bring back a report about the route we are to take and the towns we will come to. 23 The idea seemed good to me, so I selected 12 of you, one man from each tribe.
Okay, I've only successfully built an
24 They left
alchemy
and went up into
machine.
the hill country, and came
Alchemy
to the valley
machine,
of
like,
Eshcol
once.
and explored it. 25 Taking with them some of the fruit
Give
of
me
the
more
land,
boards.
they brought it down to us and reported, it is a good land that the Lord
I
our
built a
God
chest.
is giving us. 26 But you were unwilling to go up, you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. 27
Oh, it's technically
You
a
grumbled in
structure,
your
isn't it?
tents and said, the Lord hates us, so he brought us out of Egypt to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us. 28 Where can we go?
Structures, no?
Our brothers have made us lose heart.
Chest.
They say, the people are stronger and taller than we are, the cities are large, with walls up to the sky. We even saw the Anakites there. 29 Then I said to you, do not be terrified, do not be afraid of them. 30 The Lord your God, who is going before you, will fight for you, as he did for you in Egypt, before your very eyes. 31 And in the desert. There you saw how the Lord your God carried you, as a father carries his son, all the way you went until you reached this place. 32 In spite of this, you did not trust in the Lord your God. 33 Who went ahead of you on your journey, in fire by night and in a cloud by day, to search out places for you to camp and to show you the way you should go.
Okay.
34 When the Lord heard what you
These
said,
boards are
he was
valuable, I
angry
guess. I'll
and
put them over
solemnly
here.
swore. 35 Not a man of
Pick up
this
the
evil
spear.
generation shall see the good land I swore to give your forefathers. 36 Except Caleb son of Jephunneh. He will see it, and I will give him and his descendants the land
And he set his feet on,
because he
because
followed the Lord wholeheartedly. 37 Because of you the Lord became angry with me also and said, You shall not enter it either.
What?
38 But your assistant, Joshua son of Nun, will enter.
Is he talking to Moses right now?
Encourage him, because he will lead Israel to inherit.
Joshua will lead
39
them.
And the little ones that you said would be taken captive, your children who do not yet know good from bad, they will enter the land. I will give it to them and they will take possession of it. 40 But as for you,
Then
turn
you
around
replied,
and set out toward the desert along the route to the Red Sea. 41 Then you replied, We have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight, as the Lord our God commanded us. So every one of you put on his weapons, thinking it easy to go up into the hill country. 42 But the Lord...
Is this told from first person? Moses spoke to all Israel in the desert. One sec. Whose perspective is pulled from? Moses, I think. A random narrator this time? I don't get it. Okay.
Lord said to me, Tell them, do not go up and fight, because I will not be with you. You will be defeated by your enemies.
Oh, I'm allowed to
43
zoom
So
in
I
huge.
told you, but you would not listen. You rebelled against the Lord's command, and in your arrogance you marched up into the hill country.
Oh, gold, that's good.
44 The Amorites who lived in those hills came out against you. They chased you like a swarm of bees and beat you down from Seir all the way to Hormah. 45 You came back and wept before the Lord, but he paid no attention to your weeping and turned a deaf ear to you. 46 And so you stayed in Kadesh many days, all the time you spent there. 2 Then we turned back and set out toward the desert along the route to the Red Sea, as the Lord had directed me. For a long time we made our way around the hill country.
Pickaxe. Ooh, and pre-made cut stones.
2
That's
Then
nice.
the Lord said to me, 3 You have made your way around
Pretty
this hill
good. That's
country
pretty
long
good.
enough. Now turn north. Give the people these orders. You are about to pass through the territory of your brothers, the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful. 5 Do not provoke them to war, for I will not give you any of their land, not even enough to put your foot on. I have given Esau the hill country of Seir as his own. 6 You are
Esau
to
was
pay
one of
them
the
in
sons,
silver
right?
for the food you eat and the water you drink. 7 The Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this vast desert. These 40 years the Lord your God has been with you, and you have not lacked anything. 8 So we went on past our brothers the descendants of Esau, who live in Seir. We turned from the Arabah road, which comes up from Elath and Ezion-Geber, and traveled along the desert road of Moab. 9 Then the Lord said to me, Do not harass the Moabites or provoke them to war, for I will not give you any part of their land. I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as a possession. 10 The Emites used to live there, a people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites. 11 Like the Anakites, they too were considered Rephates, but the Moabites called them Emites.
Rephites.
12 Horites used to live in Seir, but the descendants of Esau drove them out. They destroyed the Horites from before them and settled in their place, just as Israel did in the land the Lord gave them as their possession. 13 And the Lord said, Now get up and cross the Zered Valley. So we crossed the valley. 1430-8 years passed from the time we left Kadesh Barnea until we crossed the Zered Valley. By then, that entire generation of fighting men had perished from the camp, as the Lord had sworn to them. 15 The Lord's hand was against them until he had completely eliminated them from the camp. 16 Now when the last of these fighting men among the people had died. 17 The Lord said to me, 18 Today you are to pass by the region of Moab at Ar.
What's up?
19 When you come to the Ammonites, do not harass them or provoke them to war, for I will not give you possession of any land belonging to the Ammonites. I have given it as a possession to the descendants of Lot. 20 That too was considered a land of the
just trying to make progress.
who used to
In
live
the
there,
Bible or
but the
in
the Bible?
Ammonites called them Zamzamites. 21 They were a people strong and numerous, and as tall as the Anakites. The Lord destroyed them from before the Ammonites, who drove them out and settled in their place.
It's fine.
22 The Lord had done the same for the descendants of Esau, who lived in Seir, when he destroyed
Well, also to get the name of that,
Horites from before them.
Yep.
They
It's
drove them out and have lived
$2,000,
in their place
so
to this
we're
day.
never getting that. Sounds great. We're literally never
23
getting
And as
that.
for the Avites who lived in villages as far as
And
Gaza,
I
the
don't.
Caphtorites coming out from Caphtor destroyed
That
them and
tiny
settled
one was
in their place.
2,000.
24 set out now and cross the Arnon Gorge. See, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his country. Begin to take possession of it and engage him in battle.
We should order Cosmos.
25 This very day I will begin to put the terror and fear of you on all the nations under heaven. They will hear reports of you and will tremble and be in anguish because of you. 26 From the desert of Ket.
What page am I on? Oh my god, I'm on 277. This takes so long to make progress.
The Bible?
Yeah.
25 This very day I will begin to put the terror and fear of you on all the nations under heaven. They will hear reports of you and will tremble and be in anguish because of you.
I'm gonna go pee.
26 From the desert of Kedemoth I sent messengers to Sihon king of Heshbon offering peace and saying, 27 Let us pass through your country. We will stay on the main road, we will not turn aside to the right or to the left.
Lock in. Alright, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him,
Water
hit
to
him,
drink
hit
for
him,
their price
hit
in
him.
silver. Only let us pass through on foot.
Oh, hit that guy, hit that guy. Hit him.
29 As
Hit
the
him, hit him, hit him.
descendants of Esau, who live in Seir, and the Moabites, who live in Ar, did for us until we crossed the Jordan into the land the Lord our God is giving us. 30 But Sihon king of Heshbon refused to let us pass through. For the Lord your God had made his spirit stubborn and his heart obstinate in order to give him into your hands, as he has now done. 31 The Lord said to me, See, I have begun
Bro,
to
this is
deliver
bullcrap.
Sihon and his country over to you. Now begin to conquer and possess his land. 32 When Sihon and all his army came out to meet us in battle at Jahaz. 33 The Lord our God delivered him over to us and we struck him down.
Barely
together
survived.
with his
To what
sons
end,
and
I
his
don't
whole
know.
army. 34 At that time we took all his towns and completely destroyed the men,
Oh,
women,
I messed
and
up.
children. We left no survivors. 35
Leave me
But the
alone.
livestock and the plunder from the towns we had captured we carried off for ourselves. 36 From Aroer on the rim of the Arnon Gorge, and from the town in the gorge, even as far as Gilead, not one town was too strong for us. The Lord our God gave us all of them. 37 But in accordance with the command of the Lord our God, you did not encroach on any of the land of the Ammonites, neither the land along the course of the Jabbok nor that around the towns in the hills. 3 Next we turned and went up along the road toward Bashan, and Og king of Bashan with his whole army marched out to meet us in battle at Edrei.
More battles, more war,
2
more
The Lord said
conquest.
to me, Do not be afraid of him, for I have handed him over to you with his whole army and his land. Do to him what you did to Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon. 3. So the Lord our God also gave into our hands Og king of Bashan and all his army.
I just realized I'm still wearing
We
my
struck them
shoes.
down, leaving no survivors. For at that time we took all his cities. There was not one of the 60 cities that we did not take from them, the whole region of Argob, Og's kingdom in Bashan. 5. All these cities were fortified with high walls and with
heading
gates
this way
and
again.
bars, and there were also a great many unwalled villages.
I'm very much running out of food, aren't I, finally?
6. We completely destroyed them, as we had done with Sihon king of Heshbon, destroying every city, men, women, and children. 7. But all the livestock and the plunder from their cities we carried off for ourselves. 8. So at that time we took from these 2 kings of the Amorites the territory east of the Jordan, from the Arnon Gorge as far as Mount Hermon. 9. Hermon is called Sur-Ion by the Sidonians, the Amorites call it Senir. 10. We took all the towns on the plateau, and all Gilead, and all Bashan as far as Salika and Edrei, towns of Og's kingdom in Bashan. 11. Only Og king of Bashan was left of the remnant of the Reephates. His bed was made of iron and was more than 13 feet long and 6 feet wide. It is still in Rabbah of the Ammonites. 12. Of the land that we took over at that time, I gave the Reubenites and the Gadites the territory north of Aroer by the Arnon Gorge, including half the hill.
There's a pig guy over there.
Country of Gilead, together with its towns. 13. The rest of Gilead and also all of Bashan, the kingdom of Og, I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh. The whole region of Argob in Bashan used to be known as a land of the Reephates. 14. Jair, a descendant of Manasseh, took the whole region of Argob as far as the border of the Jeshurites and the Maccathites. It was named after him, so that to this day Bashan is called Havoth Jair. 15. And I gave Gilead to Machir. 16. But to the Reubenites and the Gadites I gave the territory extending from Gilead down to the Arnon Gorge, the middle of the gorge being the border, and out to the Jabbok River, which is the border of the Ammonites. 17. Its western border was the Jordan in the Arabah, from Kinnereth to the sea of the Arabah, the Salt Sea, below the slopes of Pisgah. 18. I commanded you at that time, the Lord your God has given you this land to take possession of it. But all your able-bodied men, armed for battle, must cross over ahead of your brother Israelites. 19. However, your wives, your children and your livestock, I know you have much livestock, may stay in the towns I have given you. 28. But commission Joshua, and 20 until the Lord gives rest to your brothers as he has to you, and they too have taken over the land that the Lord your God is giving them, across the Jordan.
Stop pausing.
After that, each of you may go back to the possession I have given you. 21. At that time I commanded Joshua, you have seen with your own eyes all that the Lord your God has done to these 2 kings. The Lord will do the same to all the kingdoms over there where you are going. 22. Do not be afraid of them, the Lord your God himself will fight for you. 23. At that time I pleaded with the Lord.
Who is I? I'm so confused.
Lord, you have begun to show to your servant your greatness and your strong hand. For
who
what
is narrating?
God is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds and mighty works you do?
What, heaven hasn't even been explained
25,
much.
Let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that fine hill country and Lebanon. 26. But because of you the Lord was angry with me and would not listen to me. That is enough, the Lord said. Do not speak to me anymore.
So who is this random narrator that God is speaking directly to?
Go up to the top of Pisgah and look west and north and south and east. Look at the land with your own eyes, since you are not going to cross this Jordan. Encourage and strengthen him, for he will lead this people across and will cause them to inherit the land that you will see. 29. So we stayed in the valley near Beth Peor. For hear now, O Israel, the decrees and laws I am about to teach you. Follow them so that you may live and may go in and take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, is giving you. 2. Do not add to what I command you and do not subtract from it, but keep the commands of the Lord your God that I give you. 3. You saw with your own eyes what the Lord did at Baal Peor. The Lord your God destroyed from among you everyone who followed the Baal of Peor. 4. But all of you who held fast to the Lord your God are still alive today. 5. See, I have taught you decrees and laws as the Lord my God commanded me, so that you may follow them in the land you are entering to take possession of it. 6. Observe them carefully, for this will show your wisdom and understanding to the nations, who will hear about all these decrees and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. 7. What other nation is so great as to have their gods near them the way the Lord our God is near us whenever we pray to him? 8. And what other nation is so great as to have such righteous decrees and laws as this body of laws I am setting before you today? 9. Only be careful, and watch yourselves closely so that you do not forget the things your eyes have seen or let them slip from your heart as long as you live. Teach them to your children and to their children after them.
Yeah.
You want comments for sure?
Sure.
10. Remember the day you stood before the Lord your God at Horeb, when he said to me, assemble the people before me to hear my words so that they may learn to revere me as long as they live in the land and may teach them to their children. 11. You came near and stood at the foot of the mountain while it blazed with fire to the very heavens, with black clouds and deep darkness. 12. Then the Lord spoke to you out of the fire. You heard the sound of words but saw no form, there was only a voice. 13. He declared to you his covenant, the 10 Commandments, which he commanded you to follow and then wrote them on 2 stone tablets. 14. And the Lord directed me at that time to teach you the decrees and laws you are to follow in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. 15. You saw no form of any kind the day the Lord spoke to you at Horeb out of the fire. Therefore watch yourselves very carefully. 16. So that you do not become corrupt and make for yourselves an idol, an image of any shape, whether formed like a man or a woman. 17. Or like any animal on earth or any bird that flies in the air. 18. Or like any creature that moves along the ground or any fish in the waters below. 19. And when you look up to the sky and see the sun, the moon and the stars, all the heavenly array, do not be enticed into bowing down to them and worshipping things the Lord your God has apportioned to all the nations under heaven. 20. But as for you, the Lord took you and brought you out of the iron smelting furnace, out of Egypt, to be the people of his inheritance, as you now are. 21. The Lord was angry with me because of you, and he solemnly swore that I would not cross the Jordan and enter the good land the Lord your God is giving you as your inheritance. 22. I will die in this land. I will not cross the Jordan, but you are about to cross over and take possession of that good land. 23. Be careful not to forget the covenant of the Lord your God that he made with you. Do not make for yourselves an idol, in the form of anything the Lord your God has forbidden. 24. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. 25. After you have had children and grandchildren and have lived in the land a long time, if you then become corrupt and make any kind of idol, doing evil in the eyes of the Lord your God and provoking him to anger. 26. I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you this day that you will quickly perish from the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. You will not live there long but will certainly be destroyed. 27. The Lord will scatter you among the peoples, and only a few of you will survive among the nations to which the Lord will drive you. 28. There you will worship man-made gods of wood and stone, which cannot see or hear or eat or smell. 29. But if from there you seek the Lord your God, you will find him if you look for him with all your heart and with all your soul. 30. When you are in distress and all these things have happened to you, then in later days you will return to the Lord your God and obey him. 31. For the Lord your God is a merciful God.
What do you mean the Lord your God is merciful? He's been a terrible person the entire time.
Forefathers, which he confirmed to them by oath.
He supports genocide and imperialism.
32. Ask now about the former days, long before your time.
Oh, but he's...
From the day God created man
What
on
is
the
it?
earth. Ask from one end
Forgiving.
of the heavens to the other. Has anything so great as this ever happened, or has anything like it ever been heard of? 33 Has any other people heard the voice of God speaking out of fire, as you have, and lived? 34 Has any God ever tried to take for himself one nation out of another nation, by testings, by miraculous signs and wonders, by war, by a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, or by great and awesome deeds, like all the things the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your very eyes? 35 You were shown these things so that you might know that the Lord is God, besides him there is no other. 36 From heaven he made you hear his voice to discipline you. On earth he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words from out of the fire. 37
You should check behind my
Because he loved
screen.
your forefathers and chose their descendants after them, he brought you out of Egypt.
Oh, it's
by his
charging beneath
presence
my
and
feet
his
right
great
now.
strength. 38 To drive out before you nations greater and stronger than you, and to bring you into their land to give it to you for your inheritance, as it is today. 39 Acknowledge and take to heart this day that the Lord is God in heaven above and on the earth below.
There is no other. But you acknowledge other gods.
40 Keep
Like,
his decrees and commands,
5
which I am giving you today,
pages
so that
ago,
it may go well with you, and
you
your
actively
children
acknowledge
after
other
you, and
gods.
that you may live long in the land the Lord your God gives you for all time. 41 Then Moses set aside 3 cities east of the Jordan. 42 To which anyone who had killed a person could flee if he had unintentionally killed his neighbor without malice aforethought. He could flee into one of these cities and save his life. 43 The cities were these: Bezer in the desert plateau, for the Reubenites; Ramoth in Gilead, for the Gadites; and Golan in Bashan, for the Manassites. 44 This is the law Moses set before the Israelites. 45 These are the stipulations, decrees and laws Moses gave them when they came out of Egypt.
Let's see.
46 And were in the valley near Beth Peor east of the Jordan, in the land of Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon and was defeated by Moses and the Israelites as they came out of Egypt. 47 They took possession of his land and the land of Og king of Bashan, the 2 Amorite kings east of the Jordan. 48 This land extended from Aroer on the rim of the Arnon Gorge to Mount
I do
Sinai,
not have a bunch more
that is,
boards.
Hermon.
Not good.
49 And included all the Arabah east of the Jordan, as far as the sea of the Arabah, below the slopes of Pisgah. 5 Moses summoned all Israel and said, Hear, O Israel, the decrees and laws I declare in your hearing today. Learn them and be sure to follow them. 2 The Lord our God made a covenant with us at Horeb. 3 It was not with our fathers that the Lord made this covenant, but with us, with all of us who are alive here today. For the Lord spoke to you face to face out of the fire on the mountain. 5 At that time I stood between the Lord and you to declare to you the word of the Lord, because you were afraid of the fire and did not go up the mountain. And he said, 6 I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. 7 You shall have no other gods before me. 8 You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above or on the earth beneath or in the waters below. 9 You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me. 10 But showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. 11 You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. 12 Observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy, as the Lord your God has commanded you. 13 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. 14 But the 7th day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your manservant or maidservant, nor your ox, your donkey, or any of your animals, nor the alien within your gates, so that your manservant and maidservant may rest, as you do. 15 Remember that you were slaves in Egypt and that the Lord your God brought you out of there with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. Therefore the Lord your God has commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. 16 Honor your father and your mother, as the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live long and that it may go well with you in the land the Lord your God is giving you. 17 You shall not murder. 18 You shall not commit adultery. 19 You shall not steal. 20 You shall not give false testimony
Okay, the
against your
10
neighbor.
commandments for like the 10th time.
21 You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not set your desire on your neighbor's house or land, his manservant or maidservant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. 22 These are the commandments the Lord proclaimed in a loud voice to your whole assembly there on the mountain from out of the fire, the cloud, and the deep darkness, and he added nothing more. Then he wrote them on 2 stone tablets and gave them to me.
Science.
23 When you heard the voice out of the
Alchemy
darkness,
machine.
while the
I've
mountain
literally
was
never
ablaze
made
with
this
fire,
before.
all the leading men of your tribes and
Okay.
your elders came to me.
Progress.
24 And you said, the Lord our God has shown us his glory and his majesty, and we
I'm
have
just
heard
super
his
low on
voice from the
food.
fire.
Enough that I could die soon.
Today we have seen that a man can live even if God speaks with him. 25 But now, why should we die? This great fire will consume us, and we will die if we hear the voice of the Lord our God any longer. 26 For what mortal man has ever heard the voice of the living God speaking out of fire, as we have, and survived? 27 Go near and listen to all that the Lord our God says. Then tell us whatever the Lord our God tells you. We will listen and obey.
He has shown us his glory and majesty, and we have heard his voice in the fire. Today we have seen that a man can live even if God speaks with him. Okay. Interesting. Something to fight that's going to likely kill me. Leave me alone. Why does it just come out of the... Oh goodness, stop this. Wait, why are you destroying the walls? Stop this. Where does the dog come from, and why?
Obey. 28 The Lord heard you when you spoke to
Leave me alone,
and
dog.
The Lord said to me, I
Leave me
have
alone.
heard what this people said to you. Everything they said was
Got
good.
it.
29
Maybe I
Go,
should cut down
that
some of
their
these big
hearts will
trees
be
before...
inclined to fear me and keep all my commands always, so that it might go well with them and their children forever.
No, that's a
30
bad
Go,
outcome.
Tell them to return to their tents.
Yeah, maybe I should start chopping down some of the big
31 But you
ones.
stay here with me so that I may give you all the commands,
To limit the
decrees,
likelihood
and
of that
laws you are
happening.
to teach them to follow in the land I am giving them to possess. 32 So be careful to do what the Lord your God has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left. 33 Walk in all the way that the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live and prosper and prolong your days in the land that you will possess. 6 These are the commands, decrees, and laws the Lord your God directed me to teach you to observe in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. 2 So that you, your children and their children after them may fear the Lord your God as long as you live by keeping all his
Structures.
decrees and commands that I give you, and so that you may enjoy long life. 3 Hear, O Israel, and be careful to obey so that it may go well
Stone
with
ball.
you and that you
Stone
may
ball
increase
segments.
greatly in a land flowing with milk
Okay,
and honey,
so
just as the Lord, the God of your fathers, promised you.
can I refine?
For hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. 5 Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. 6 These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts. 7 Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. 8 Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. 9 Write them on the doorframes of your houses and on your gates.
Symbols on your
10
hands.
When the Lord your God brings you into the land he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give you a land with large, flourishing cities you did not build.
How does this work?
houses filled with all kinds of good things you did not provide, wells you did not dig, and vineyards and olive groves you did not plant then when you eat and are satisfied. 12 Be careful that you do not forget the Lord, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. 13 Fear the Lord your God, serve him only and take your oaths in his name.
Okay, a wall has been
14 Do
built.
not follow other gods, the gods of the peoples around you. 15 For the Lord your God, who is among you, is a jealous God, and his anger will burn against you, and he will destroy you from the face of the land. 16 Do not test the Lord your God as you did at Massah. 17 Be sure to keep the commands of the Lord your God and the stipulations and decrees he has given you. 18 Do what is right and good in the Lord's sight, so that it may go well with you and you may go in and take over the good land that the Lord promised on oath to your forefathers. 19 Thrusting out all your enemies before you, as the Lord said. 20 Inches the future, when your son asks you, what is the meaning of the stipulations?
Oh, okay.
Decrees and laws
Laws
the
the Lord has
our God
given us. Tell
commanded
him,
you.
we were slaves of Pharaoh in Egypt.
21 Tell him,
The Lord
"We
brought
were
us out with his
slaves of
mighty
Pharaoh
hand."
in Egypt, but the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. 22 Before our eyes the Lord sent miraculous signs and wonders great and terrible upon Egypt and Pharaoh and his whole household. 23 But he brought us out from there to bring us in and give us the land that he promised on oath to our forefathers. 24 The Lord commanded us to obey all these decrees and to fear the Lord our God, so that we might always prosper and be kept alive, as is the case today. 25 And if we are careful to obey all this law before the Lord our God, as he has commanded us, that will be our righteousness. 7 When the Lord your God brings you into the land you are entering to possess and drives out before you many nations, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites and Jebusites, 7 nations larger and stronger than you. 2 And when the Lord your God has delivered them over to you and you have defeated them, then you must destroy them totally.
Make no treaty with them and
treaty
show
with
no
them,
mercy.
And show them no mercy. 3 Do not intermarry with them. Do not give your daughters to their sons or take their daughters for your sons. 4 For they will turn your sons away from following me to serve other gods, and the Lord's anger will burn against you and will quickly destroy you. 5 This is what you are to do to them: break down their altars, smash their sacred stones, cut
Again,
down
so
their
this
Asherah
is
poles, and
entirely
burn
just
their
a
idols in
rhetoric
the
of
fire.
imperialism and colonialism
6
and
For you are a
destruction of other
people holy
cultures.
to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. 7 The Lord did not set his affection on you and choose you because you were more numerous than other peoples, for you were the fewest of all peoples. 8 But it was because the Lord loved you and kept the oath he swore to your forefathers that he brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you from the land of slavery, from the power of Pharaoh king of Egypt. 9 Know therefore that the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commands. 10 But those who hate him he will repay to their face by destruction. He will not be slow to repay to their face those who hate him. 11 Therefore, take care to follow the commands, decrees and laws I give you today. 12 If you pay
I don't have enough
attention
food,
to
I'm gonna
these
die.
laws and are careful to follow them, then the Lord your God will keep his covenant of love with you, as he swore to your forefathers. 13 He will love you and bless you and increase your numbers. He will bless the fruit of your womb, the crops of your land, your grain, new wine and oil, the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flocks in the land that he swore to your forefathers to give you. 14 You will be blessed more than any other people. None of your men or women will be childless, nor any of your livestock without young. 15 The Lord will keep you free from every disease. He will not inflict on you the horrible diseases you knew in Egypt, but he will inflict them on all who hate you. 16 You must destroy all the peoples the Lord your God gives over to you. Do not look on them with pity and do not serve their gods, for that will be a snare to you.
Yeah.
17 You may say to yourselves, these nations
Okay.
are stronger than we are. How can we drive them out? 18 But do not be afraid of them. Remember well what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. 19 You saw with your own eyes the great trials, the miraculous signs.
What page are we on? 287. Let's speed it up and focus on just the Bible for a bit then.
8 Be careful to follow every command I
Alright, I'm just full reading.
am giving you today, so that you may live and increase and may enter and possess the land that the Lord promised on oath to your forefathers. 2 Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the desert these 40 years, to humble you and to test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. 3 He humbled you, causing you to hunger and then feeding you with manna, which neither you nor your fathers had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. For your clothes did not wear out and your feet did not swell during these 40 years. 5 Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. 6 Observe the commands of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and revering him.
Is that chocolate?
7 For the
It
Lord your
is.
God is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams and pools of water, with springs flowing in the valleys and hills. 8 A land with wheat and barley, vines and fig trees, pomegranates, olive oil and honey. 9 A land where bread will not be scarce and you will lack nothing, a land where the rocks are iron and you can dig copper out of the hills. 10 When you have eaten and are satisfied, praise the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. 11 Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws, and his decrees that I am giving you this day. 12 Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down. 13 And when your herds and flocks grow large and your silver and gold increase and all you have is multiplied. 14 Then your heart will become proud and you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. 15 He led you through the vast and dreadful desert, that thirsty and waterless land, with its venomous snakes and scorpions. He brought you water out of hard rock. 16 He gave you manna to eat in the desert, something your fathers had never known, to humble and to test you so that in the end it might go well with you. 17 You may say to yourself, my power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. 18 But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant, which he swore to your forefathers, as it is today. 19 If you ever forget the Lord your God and follow other gods and worship and bow down to them, I testify against you today that you will surely be destroyed. 20 Like the nations the Lord destroyed before you, so you will be destroyed for not obeying the Lord your God. 9 Hear, O Israel. You are now about to cross the Jordan to go in and dispossess nations greater and stronger than you, with large cities that have walls up to the sky. 2 The people are strong and tall Anakites. You know about them and have heard it said, who can stand up against the Anakites? 3 But be assured today that the Lord your God is the one who goes across ahead of you like a devouring fire. He will destroy them, he will subdue them before you. And you will drive them out and annihilate them quickly, as the Lord has promised you. For after the Lord your God has driven them out before you, do not say to yourself, the Lord has brought me here to take possession of this land because of my righteousness. No, it is on account of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord is going to drive them out before you. 5 It is not because of your righteousness or your integrity that you are going in to take possession of their land, but on account of the wickedness of these nations, the Lord your God will drive them out before you, to accomplish what he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. 6 Understand, then, that it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stiff-necked people. 7 Remember this and never forget how you provoked the Lord your God to anger in the desert.
What is manna?
From the day you left Egypt until you arrived here, you have been rebellious against the Lord. 8 At Horeb you aroused the Lord's wrath so that he was angry enough to destroy you. 9 When
What is manna? Corn is an edible substance that God bestowed upon the people. Like, what is it though? Edible substance that God gave to the Israelites. Yeah, but like, what is it? Manhu, what is it? Pine branches, a honeydew. Which fits one widespread description. In the environment of the desert, so it's honeydew. Crystallized honeydew of certain insects. So insects will eat things and leave behind sugar water. Honeydew is Turkey oak manna called Persian. So manna is a cognate with the Egyptian term A substance that figured in offerings, a white aromatic plant that smelled. Manna might be a lichen, plant-like colony. Really? The Hebrew Bible. Is that not just the Torah? Hebrew scriptures comprising the Torah. Yeah, okay. But various other indications of matter are naturalistic. It literally comes from heaven. Manna is like a coriander seed but white. Are implied by some passages to have only eaten manna during their desert time. Despite the availability of milk from the livestock with which they traveled, and the references to provisions of fine flour, oil, and meat in part of the narrative. But in the literature, it was held that manna produced no waste. Oh, meaning they didn't have to go to the bathroom? Man had ceased to fall. What? Lack of defecation in time would cause severe bowel problems, especially when the food began to be consumed again. Classical complained about the lack of defecation and were concerned about potential bowel problems. So what? So specific. God originally intended that man would not eat meat, but plants cannot move. Killing them would be sinful. Manna, a non-meat substance, is used to support this theory. Oh, interesting. Quail God gave it to them, but apparently still complained, and some greedily gathered the quail. Huh. I don't quite get it. Still?
9 When I went up on the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord had made with you, I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water. 10 The Lord gave me 2 stone tablets inscribed by the finger of God. On them were all the commandments the Lord proclaimed to you on the mountain out of the fire, on the day of the assembly. 11 At the end of the 40 days and 40 nights, the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant. 12 Then the Lord told me, Go down from here at once, because your people whom you brought out of Egypt have become corrupt. They have turned away quickly from what I commanded them and have made a cast idol for themselves. 13 And the Lord said to me, I have seen this people, and they are a stiff-necked people.
Oh yeah, I need to Google what stiff-necked means.
14 Let me alone, so that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven. And I will make you into a nation stronger and more numerous than they.
Like, what does that mean?
15 So I turned and went down from the mountain while it was ablaze with fire.
Stubborn people.
And the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my hands.
I got that, but I thought maybe it was more specific
16
than
When
that.
I looked, I saw that you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had made for yourselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. You had turned aside quickly from the way that the Lord had commanded you. 17 So I took the 2 tablets and threw them out of my hands.
The first
breaking them
round
to
of
pieces
tablets.
before your eyes.
And then he did it a second
18 Then
time
once
later.
Again I fell prostrate before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water, because of all the sin you had committed, doing what was evil in the Lord's sight and so provoking him to anger. 19 I feared the anger and wrath of the Lord, for he was angry enough with you to destroy you. But again the Lord listened to me. 20 And the Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him, but at that time I prayed for Aaron too. 21 Also I took that sinful thing of yours, the calf you had made, and burned it in the fire. Then I crushed it and ground it to powder as fine as dust and threw the dust into a stream that flowed down the mountain. 22 You also made the Lord angry at Taberah, at Massa, and at Kibroth-Hattaavah. 23 And when the Lord sent you out from Kadesh Barnea, he said, Go up and take possession of the land I have given you. But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You did not trust him or obey him. 24 You have been rebellious against the Lord ever since I have known you. 25 I lay prostrate before the Lord those 40 days and 40 nights because the Lord had said he would destroy you. 26 I prayed to the Lord and said, O sovereign Lord, do not destroy your people, your own inheritance that you redeemed by your great power and brought out of Egypt with a mighty hand. 27 Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Overlook the stubbornness of this people, their wickedness, and their sin.
290. I wanted to hit 300. I don't think we will.
Stubbornness of this people, their wickedness, and their sin. 28 Otherwise, the country from which you brought us will say, because the Lord was not able to take them into the land he had promised them, and because he hated them, he brought them out to put them to death in the desert. 29 But they are your people, your inheritance that you brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm. 10 At that time the Lord said to me, Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first ones and come up to me on the mountain. Also make a wooden chest. 2 I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablets, which you broke. Then you are to
in
put them in the
Indiana
chest.
Jones, the Ark of the Covenant is an
So I made
ark
the
that
ark out of
holds
acacia wood
the
and chiseled out
10
2 stone
Commandments.
tablets like the first
Really?
ones, and I went up on the mountain with the
Well,
2
in the
tablets my
Bible, it's made
hands.
of wood and not gold, so.
For the Lord wrote
And they
on these
also
tablets
don't
what he
call
had
it the
written
Ark of the
before,
Covenant.
10 commandments he had proclaimed to you on the mountain, out of the fire.
They just kind of call it the Ark.
and the Lord gave them to me. 5 Then I came back down the mountain and put the tablets in the ark I had made, as the Lord commanded me, and they are there now. 6 The Israelites traveled from the wells of the Jochenites to
But when
Mizar.
they opened the
Their Aaron
ark
died
in
and was buried,
Indiana
and
Jones,
Eleazar
all
his
the
son
Nazis
succeeded him
died
as
because
priest.
they looked at it. But anyone who closed their eyes
7
were
From there they
good.
traveled to Gudgoda and on to Jotbatha, a land
So
of
that means
streams of
Old
water.
Testament God in Indiana
8 At
Jones
that time
is
the
real.
Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to
He's
stand before
canon.
the Lord to minister and to pronounce blessings in his name, as they still do today.
So is Indiana Jones like a biblical hero?
9 That is why the Levites have no share or inheritance among their brothers. The Lord is their inheritance.
Technically?
As the Lord your God
Kinda.
told you.
Kind of.
So we got to update
10
it.
Now I had stayed on the mountain 40 days and nights.
We gotta add
as
the
I did
Indiana
first time,
Jones
and
DLC.
the Lord listened to me at this time also.
Okay.
It was not his will to destroy you. 11 Go, the Lord said to me, and lead the people on their way, so that they may enter and possess the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. 12 And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God ask of you but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul? 13 And to observe the Lord's commands and decrees that I am giving you today for your own good? 14 To the Lord your God belong the heavens, even the highest heavens, the earth and everything in it. 15 Yet the Lord set his affection on your forefathers and loved them, and he chose you, their descendants, above all the nations, as it is today. 16 Circumcise your hearts, therefore, and do not be stiff-necked any longer. 17 For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality and accepts no bribes.
Shows no
18 He defends
partiality.
the
You
cause of the
literally
fatherless
show
and the widow,
specific
and loves the
partiality.
alien, giving him food and clothing. 19 And you are to love those who are aliens, for you yourselves were aliens in Egypt. 20 Fear the Lord your God and serve him. Hold fast to him and take your oaths in his name. 21 He is your praise, he is your God, who performed for you those great and awesome wonders you saw with your own eyes. 22 Your forefathers who went down into Egypt were 70 in all, and now the Lord your God has made you as numerous as the stars in the sky. 11 Love the Lord your God and keep his requirements, his decrees, his laws and his commands always. 2 Remember today that your children were not the ones who saw and experienced the discipline of the Lord your God, his majesty, his mighty hand, his outstretched arm. 3 The signs he performed and the things he did in the heart of Egypt, both to Pharaoh king of Egypt and to his whole country. For what he did to the Egyptian army, to its horses and chariots, how he overwhelmed them with the waters of the Red Sea as they were pursuing you, and how the Lord brought lasting ruin on them. 5 It was not your children who saw what he did for you in the desert until you arrived at this place. 6 And what he did to Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab the Reubenite, when the earth opened its mouth right in the middle of all Israel and swallowed them up with their households, their tents, and every living thing that belonged to them. 7 But it was your own eyes that saw all these great things the Lord has done. 8 Observe therefore all the commands I am giving you today, so that you may have the strength to go in and take over the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. 9 And so that you may live long in the land that the Lord swore to your forefathers to give to them and their descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey. 10 The land you are entering to take over is not like the land of Egypt, from which you have come, where you planted your seed and irrigated it by foot as in a vegetable garden. 11 But the land you are crossing the Jordan to take possession of is a land of mountains and valleys that drinks rain from heaven. 12 It is a land the Lord your God cares for, the eyes of the Lord your God are continually on it from the beginning of the year to its end. 13 So if you faithfully obey the commands I am giving you today to love the Lord your God and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. 14 Then I will send rain on your land in its season, both autumn and spring rains, so that you may gather in your grain, new wine and oil. 15 I will provide grass in the fields for your cattle, and you will eat and be satisfied. 16 Be careful, or you will be enticed to turn away and worship other gods and bow down to them. 17 Then the Lord's anger will burn against you, and he will shut the heavens so that it will not rain and the ground will yield no produce, and you will soon perish from the good land the Lord is giving you. 18 Fix these words of mine in your hearts and minds, tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. 19 Teach them to your children, talking about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. 20 Write them on the doorframes of your houses and on your gates. 21 So that your days and the days of your children may be many in the land that the Lord swore to give your forefathers, as many as the days that the heavens are above the earth. 22 If you carefully observe all these commands I am giving you to follow to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways and to hold fast to him. 23 Then the Lord will drive out all these nations before you, and you will dispossess nations larger and stronger than you. 24 Every place where you set your foot will be yours, your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the Euphrates River to the western sea. 25 No man will be able to
All right,
stand
I'm going to go ahead
against
and end stream there.
you. The Lord your God,
I was kinda
as he
hoping to
promised
hit
you,
page
will put the
300,
terror
but
and
we're
fear of
close.
you on the whole land, wherever you go.
Where are we at? We are on page 293. We got close. We will continue making progress whenever I have time.